Here's a spooky compilation for you. It's spooky time. I love Halloween. It is hands down my favorite time of year. Now, I do have some actual videos coming up at the end of the month for Halloween that I made for you guys specifically for the occasion. But I thought it'd be a lot of fun to have some compilation videos. So let's get right into it. I've got my spooky mask on. I got some spooky candy with me. Let's get into the compilation.
Humans are so interesting.
And there we go. Sorry, guys. Just writing in my death note. Nah, I'm just kidding. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's geeking time again. Today we're going to take a look at Death Note: The Complete Series. I actually had a request from two of my friends to talk about some anime, so I decided what better to do than do Death Note: The Complete Series. I have the complete series here, so I figured, it's one of my favorites. Apart from Dragon Ball Z, we'll get into that another time. But today we're going to take a look at Death Note: The Complete Series. So when you take a look at the box itself here, it's a photo of Ryuk right here, and as we all know, apples are worth the trip in the human world. He loves those apples, so you gotta have that photo of Ryuk front and center. Honestly, it's a really cool box. It looks just like a book, so, trying to pump out that image, that effect that it is the Death Note. The side of it has the logo for Death Note. But yeah, again, it looks just like it's a Death Note. That's really cool on their end that Viz Media put this out. It's also Warner Brothers that put this out as well because they have the rights in North America to Death Note. So when you open it up, this is what the first box in the box set looks like. You got a photo of Light front and center. On the back, it just talks about the complete series. Again, the side, as we saw before. The first box set is about 521 minutes. There's, I think, about 39 episodes in total of Death Note, if I'm not mistaken. 37 episodes. That's a lot of episodes, actually. If you open up the box, actually the artwork on the disc are very nice. You could probably, I don't know if you can see it properly, but first disc you have Light. Second disc you have L. Then Misa Amani on the third. And then going in you have Ryuk. You have some other characters there. Then when you get to the second box here, you've got L, who's on the cover. Again, the back of it is the same as in the first. This set here is only 512 minutes because it's the remaining 16 episodes. Then when you open it up, you got Ram right here. All shiny, nice artwork. You have Nier, you have Mellow right there. Then you have Light and Ryuk, and then you have the bonus features disc. That's a really sick artwork on that disc right there. You got Light and you've got Nier. That is a really sick disc. Oh no, that's not Nier. Sorry, that is L. I thought that was Nier. That's a really nice disc. Now, to get into my review a little bit, let's talk a little bit more. Let's talk a little bit about the special features that are in it. The special features that come in this, each disc has a special feature with interviews with the North American dubbed artists, voice actors, sorry. That I thought was pretty neat to take a look at. You get to see how they prepared for their role. You get to see the voices the voice actor who did Ryuk, the voices he came up with until he found the right one. The voice actor who does the voice of L, it was really cool to see him go into the studio and just be so calm and collected and be like, this is the voice that I'm choosing for L. So those are pretty cool. it's pretty standard, like I said. It's just, interviews with the cast, interview with the director, the voice director for North America. It was actually all done in Vancouver, actually, the voice acting for Death Note. And it has been said that Death Note's voice acting for North America has been said to be much better than the Japanese original voice acting. Don't shoot me, don't hate me for saying that. I'm just relaying what I've heard before. Apart from that, you have a bonus. Disc. That's about 4 hours of content. All it is, though, it's Japanese special features. It's the Death Note fan club, basically, and you have these two. I don't exactly know how to say them, but those anime girls who are in real life dress up as anime characters. That's basically what they are. They're just basically talking about Death Note. They're going down the line of each episode that passed for the past week, and they also have some pretty cool interviews in there with the Japanese cast members. But they also have interviews as well with the Nightmare, who did the theme song "The World" for the first half of Death Note's series. As we all know, the second half of the series was a different theme song. It was completely heavy metal. It was a different tone, because they set the tone to be much more psychotic and darker. So I mean, it's pretty cool. It's only 14 plus, the DVD. Personally, I would give it a little higher of a rating because I find it's a little more psychological Death Note. I definitely would not let a 12 or 13-year-old watch this. I mean, I know my niece probably watches my videos on YouTube and probably is going to click through this one and see the face of Ryuk at the beginning of this video and be like, I don't like that. So I would not suggest this to younger people. I'm going to talk about some of my favorite episodes actually that are on here and the transfer. The transfer quality here, it's not HD mixed, but it looks good though. I mean, honestly, when I pop this into a Blu-ray player, it's only on DVD. But when I pop this into a Blu-ray player, it actually looks high definition, which is really neat about that. They did do a good job on this. The audio is very nice, very crisp. The imagery, the video, the visuals are nice. It's one of those anime series that it started back in 2006, and it was the beginning of the HD era. So even on DVD transfer, it still looks good. I personally like it. The only thing that bothers me is that this complete series here is basically these two boxes here. You could buy individually in the store. If not, they just repackage it together in this box here as the complete series. I got it online on Amazon for $30. I know that they sell it in some DVD stores for much higher. I think I've seen it go for $50, $55. So if you're going to pick it up, try getting it on Amazon. Don't go on eBay either, because eBay's going to charge you up the bum for it. Some of my favorite stuff about it, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Ryuk. I thought that he was hilarious. Again, one of his sole purposes for being around Light is the apples. He loves eating his apples. I am also a huge fan of L. I do not recommend sitting like him, because you could end up getting back problems. But the reason why he sits like that, as he says, is because he may lose some of his intelligence if he sits normally. But all in all, I thought it was a pretty it's a pretty good box set. Honestly, it's no, you know what? It's better than pretty good. It's an excellent box set. If you're an anime fan, if you're a Death Note fan, pick it up, add it to your collection. We all know Netflix is coming out with a North American version of Death Note this year, so crossing my fingers on that one, hoping that it's not terrible. You never know with these North American adaptations. Ghost in the Shell looks pretty good, so I'm looking forward to that as well. It's time for Boomer to tell you a story about a movie that is oh so scary. Try not to have many scares, for it shall raise many of your hairs. Oh, excuse me. Man, I gotta lay off those bad jokes. I know, the rhyming thing is lame, and I'm gonna talk about a horror movie. It's summertime, I know. Whatever. It's geeking time. What's going on, guys? So, as the video hasn't been implied, as my opening and all that, as you saw, today I'm going to be talking about a little-known indie horror movie that was made about 11 years ago. Fantastic horror movie. This movie we're talking about today is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. There, the poster. So let me move to the side so you guys can see the poster. This here is the movie. This movie came out, like I said, back in 2006. It stars Nathan Basale as the titular character, Leslie Vernon, and Angela Goethals as the other main character, Taylor. We also have appearances from actors Robert Englund, Zelda Rubinstein, and I forget his name, but the actor who played Herschel in The Walking Dead. So, it is not a long movie at all. It is about an hour and 31 minutes. But I'm here to talk about the movie and then give a little review and tell you what I thought of the movie, because I absolutely love this movie. So let's get to the movie. Alright, so the movie itself, it's basically shot, you know, in the vein of a documentary. So basically in this movie here, like I said, it's shot in the style of a documentary, but it's also set in a world basically where, you know, serial killers depicted in famous slasher movies, you know, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Leatherface, are all completely real, which is kind of cool, actually, if you ask me. It's kind of unique to do something like that, because I've never really seen anything like that before. I'm doing a review of a horror movie while I'm wearing my Jack Skellington t-shirt. Makes no sense. Anyways, let's move on with the plot. So the film opens up basically with a waitress taking out garbage from a little diner that she works at. While she's taking out the garbage, she's being watched. She's being watched basically from afar. It is then revealed that, you know, 3 college students are filming a documentary about a serial killer named Leslie Vernon, as he plans, you know, his big night, his Christmas, you know, his Friday the 13th and all that. So, basically, the 3 college students filming the documentary, they're led by their journalist, who goes by the name of Taylor Gentry. She's your lead character, and her 2 cameramen, Doug and Todd, if I'm not mistaken. So, they document the preparations that Leslie goes through, and as he prepares to join the ranks, basically, of, you know, the other slasher villains. You know, like Michael and Jason Bourne, because that's who he wants to be like. So, Leslie basically in the movie takes his identity from, like, this, I think, urban legend about a kid who, I don't know, he was killed by his family or something, and he was cast into the river, no, sorry, he killed his family and was cast into the river by angry townsfolk for what he did. Basically, you know, the story goes that he comes back as a vengeful spirit and is killing people. So that's where he gets his identity from, Leslie Vernon. So basically, we are then shown that Leslie must actually rely on, you know, quote-unquote conventional tactics rather than, like, supernatural spooks and jump scares and all that. So he, like, in the documentary, he basically reveals his training methods to the camera crew and the journalist, which is cool because he's, like, doing cardio and, you know, all this stuff. And he's like, cardio, man, kicks your butt. It's really funny, that scene, actually. So, basically they film his meticulous preparations to slaughter a number of teenagers in an abandoned house, and then be confronted by basically the survivor girl, whose name is Kelly, you find out. So, Taylor and the cameraman, they basically follow Leslie as he stalks Kelly, a high school girl, which is his final girl he spoke about, which you also find out Kelly is the waitress at the beginning of the movie who was taking out the trash that he was stalking. that's his final girl, and he starts watching her and her friends. So basically, Kelly is like kind of spooked by this, so she ends up going to the library to kind of like do homework, and she also, but at the same time, she starts doing some research on Leslie, and that she discovers that she's being stalked by him, only to have him show up that night at the library and like really go around with her, you know, like he's really f***ing with her. It's messed up, guys. It's creepy too, but you know, and yeah, at this moment, a man in a basically like a raincoat, tries to stop Leslie. He's kind of like a Dr. Loomis character, but he has no success at all. This is where like Leslie basically realizes that he has his own Dr. Loomis, or as he calls it in the movie, his own Ahab, named Doc O'Halloran, and he's portrayed by not Leslie Vernon, that's the main character. He's portrayed by Freddy Krueger himself, Robert Englund. Yes, and he's trying to stop Leslie from committing all these murders, basically, which is why not? That's a different role for Robert Englund, and it's kind of cool to see him in that. So after this happens, the following like day or two later, Leslie basically invites Taylor and the cameraman over to his friend and mentor Eugene's place for like a little barbecue and for beers at his friend Eugene's home. So basically, when they go to Eugene's home, I hope you guys are still following me. I know there's a lot to take in right now, and I'm doing this very short, but while at Eugene's home, it's basically revealed that Eugene is the serial killer from, he's a serial killer from the past. He was basically a serial killer before Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger got their start. And you come to find out that he was known as Billy, who was eventually the serial killer from Black Friday. Not Black Friday, sorry, Black Christmas. Same time around, I guess, right? So Leslie mentions to Eugene that basically he has an Ahab trying to stop him, and they cheer, laugh, have beers, and, they go home after that. So, yeah. So I hope I haven't lost any of you guys so far. You come to find out that Leslie Vernon, who initially claimed that he was a vengeful spirit, you kind of figure it's BS because, he's a normal man. But his name's not actually Leslie Vernon, though. His name is actually Leslie Mancuso? Yeah, and apparently he was actually like a mental patient. So this reveal basically causes tension between Leslie and the main girl, Taylor, because, they start kind of having a bond with him. It's a really messed up bond, but, they're following him and making the documentary, and they are having fun with him. So yeah, it really kind of causes a little rift between them, finding out that he's actually named Leslie Mancuso, and but things are finally smoothed over when he kind of mentions to her, hey, listen, they may not be Leslie Vernon, but I'm still this guy that you're filming. Everything I've told you is true. So they smooth things over, and they continue on with the documentary. So then basically, Taylor and her crew continue to show enthusiasm for this project. Meanwhile, they're sort of like helping him prepare for his big night, which is kind of like, even if you're doing a documentary, don't help a serial killer. It's like, you're kind of going to be an accessory to murder, but that's my opinion, basically. So, so they're helping him prepare for the big night, and as Leslie mentions before the whole night starts, he goes, "It's going to get wet in here tonight. Lace up your boots, kiddies." I don't know, that's always like kind of made me laugh, that part, so might just be a little sick, twisted sense of humor, but anyways. So goes for the big night. He's preparing, he's putting himself on his makeup and his flame retardant Vaseline, I guess you call it. And he's ready for his night. So, but the thing is, the Taylor and the cameraman Their consciences basically catch up with them at this point, and they're like, we don't really want to have a part in this anymore. We don't really want to see all these kids get murdered. So, they basically like beg Leslie to call off his killing spree. But Leslie is like too, like, what's the word? Headstrong, you know? Like he's very adamant about doing this because this is his Christmas, like I was saying before. Believing that his survivor girl will basically define herself by facing him. So, you know, Taylor and the cameraman, they basically like abandoned their documentary, and at this point of the movie, things shift gear from documentary style to flat out slasher movie. It's like a freaking actual movie at this point because the documentary's done being filmed, and this is where it starts to hit the fan. So, that being said, now that it's done and they're no longer doing the documentary, Taylor basically tries to... Well, she goes to the teenagers, including Kelly, and, you know, tries to gather them together and be like, hey, we need to get the out of here. You know, he's coming to kill you all. Yeah, so basically, but the thing is, they can't really fight him off, though, because everything that he's prepared for, or everything he's watched these kids do, has basically given him, you know, like the upper hand on them. So like he's gonna overpower them basically. So the group then basically looks to Kelly for leadership, but in a weird twist of events, Kelly, who was supposed to be the survivor girl, ends up getting killed by Leslie Vernon. I know, right? Wasn't she supposed to be the survivor girl? Isn't the virgin always the survivor girl? Kelly was actually not a virgin. That's what you come to find out when they ask her, like, aren't you supposed to be virgin? She goes, no, I've been having sex for years. So it's at this point that guess who finds out she's actually the survivor girl? Taylor! If you followed this so far, Taylor and the cameraman were the crew doing the documentary on Leslie Vernon. Taylor is your survivor girl virgin. She discovers this and realizes that she was Leslie's true survivor girl all along. She's the one that has to stand up to Leslie and face him. So, Leslie, like, continues his killing spree, picking off everybody one by one, until basically Taylor's left standing. She faces Leslie and basically defeats him in the exact same manner that, like, he basically laid out and said, this is how my survivor girl is going to defeat me. Then she basically, like, they have a chase ensues through the cornfield, leading up inside the shed. So she basically, like, crushes Leslie Vernon's head with, like, I don't know what it is, but it's like this compressor thing, and she crushes his head and sets the barn on fire and walks out, basically surviving. She basically, as she's walking out, she's greeted by Doug, one of the cameramen who survives, and Doc O'Halloran, who basically was his Dr. Loomis, Robert Englund again. And yeah, they survived their encounters because they tried to stop him too during the night of the killing spree, but you know, you think that Leslie kills them, but no, they survived. But here's the thing though. Leslie, in his preparations, included learning how to basically, like, fight off death. Like I mentioned before, he slathered, you know, flame retardant Vaseline on him. So, credits roll. It's the end of the movie. Over the final credits, man, you hear this, one of my favorite songs of all time, Psycho Killer by Talking Heads is played over the credits. Such a phenomenal song. I love it so much. And actually, over the end credits, you see the body bag being wheeled into the morgue. And the coroner, who I believe is a cameo by Kane Hodder, who played Jason Voorhees, which is really cool. He unzips the bag, turns around. Leslie Vernon's charred body rises up. And he gets up, grabs the corner from behind and slices his throat, and that's like the end of it. So what did I think? I thought it was a fantastic movie. It's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. I absolutely love this movie. I cannot recommend it enough. If you can, please go pick up a copy of Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. It's an incredible film. It is already 11 years old, but you know what? It's one of those little known, underrated horror movies that I can put up there with, like, I love Halloween, and I'm gonna put this movie up there with Halloween. That's how much I love this movie. Definitely, I give it it's a 10 on 10 for me because it's such an incredible movie. Do yourself a favor, check out Leslie Vernon, whether it be online, streaming, whether it be renting it, buying it, iTunes, whatever you can do. Check out Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, especially if you're a huge horror movie fan. Please go check out this movie. It is worth it. It's amazing. I can't recommend it enough. Behind the Mask, Rise of Leslie Vernon, 10 on 10. Fantastic movie. Guys, the lights are flickering. I've told you guys about The Rise of Leslie. I don't understand what's going on. This is really creepy, guys. Who's doing this? Nosferatu.
From the crypt. Hello, boys and ghouls. It's your old pal, the Crypt Keeper here. It's been a long time. Your old fiend here had a TV series once upon a spine that has since been hacked on DVD. If you enjoy ghouls like I do, then you'll enjoy tonight's tale about a man giving his retro dissect. This is a nasty little nugget I like to call Tales from the Crypt Complete Series Review.
Oh man. Can't believe that I got this for Christmas. Such an amazing box set. Tales from the Crypt, the complete series on 7 DVDs. I want to go over and take a look at this with you guys today. Now, I just want to advise you guys that I got this at Christmas from somebody dressed up as a Santa Claus, telling me that if I take this, then it'll be a lot more than what I bargained for. Surely that doesn't mean anything. I should be okay. That's fine. So, want to take a look at this with you guys? So we got Tales from the Crypt, the complete series DVD box set. This is what the box looks like. And there on the back shows you all the boxes in there with the Crypt Keeper. And just yellow underneath. Before I go over all of them, recently, a buddy of mine on YouTube, Phil's Creepy Vids, if you guys have never checked out his channel, please go ahead and check him out. He does a lot of hauls. He does a lot of Fright Crate unboxing. He shows off a lot of his horror DVDs and Blu-rays. It's your one-stop for horror-related stuff. I love watching his videos, and recently he went through all, I would say the majority, if not all, of his DVD and Blu-ray collection, and actually he did showcase this as well. So it kind of gave me a hankering to want to review this for you guys. But if you haven't seen Phil's videos, go check him out. But yeah, so let's get into the box set. Strewn across the table here are all 7 seasons. That's what it looks like when you take it out. Just going to pop that right here. So let's check out each season individually. So we start off with the complete first season of Tales from the Crypt. On the side, and that's what it looks like on the back. It's got some special features. So it has basically your Tales from the Crypt from comic book to television and some other stuff, which is cool. And you got a little slip inside with the episodes. And the first season is only 2 discs. That's what the first season looks like. Here's the second season. There's a lot more episodes on the second season. And there are 3 discs in the second season. So that's what the discs look like. They're purple, Vanessa's favorite color. And then of course you have a slip with the episodes, front and back. And you just have a behind the scenes for Tales from the Crypt for this one. You get the third season. That's what the box looks like. There you go. Special features included. There's a Telltales panel from celebrating the show. There's a Tales from the Crypt reunion, both from Comic-Con. And then there's the Crypt Jam music video. More on that later. Open it up. Same thing. 3 discs. And there's your slip with the episodes. 14 episodes on season 3. Forgot to mention that season 1 has 6. And season 2 has 18. We move on to season 5. Again, 14 episodes. There's the back. Special features include a season 4 montage. Here is your insert with the episodes. I had this backwards, sorry. And there are the discs, this time blue. So that's season 4. Then we get to the 5th season. And there's what the box looks like. On the back, you have there you go. Again, another 14 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. Or, sorry, no, 10 episodes on season 5. Special feature includes a virtual comic, which is cool. Here is your insert with the episode. And here are the discs. This time a reddish-orange color. So that's pretty cool. Then we have the complete 6th season. And again, there's, I think, 15 episodes in here. Special features, again, there's another virtual comic book. There's your slip for the episodes. And your discs this time around are a khaki-ish green. So that's season 6. And this, unfortunately, was the last of the North American seasons, because for the final season, Tales from the Crypt transferred over to the UK. Which brings us to the final season, season 7. And there is your box with the Crypt Keeper in a straitjacket. And we've got the back here, again, another 13 episodes with a virtual comic book as your special features. Here is your slip. By the way, I should mention Daniel Craig, one of his first roles was on Tales from the Crypt, James Bond. There you go. And the discs this time around are an orangish color. Perfect for Halloween. Okay, so let's get into some of the other stuff about Tales from the Crypt. The show started in 1990, lasted up until 1996. It ran on HBO for the whole time. It was distributed by Warner Brothers. It played later at night because of the content provided. Now, this was an anthology series. Unlike most horror anthology series that you get today, like I said, most, instead of having one season focusing on a whole story, each and every one of the 97 episodes from Tales from the Crypt were all different episodes with different storylines. And what's cool is the fact that they had a lot of well-known actors and a lot of well-known directors in some cases. Like, you had Robert Zemeckis, who directed some episodes. You had even Tom Hanks, who directed an episode. Arnold Schwarzenegger, for fuck's sake, directed an episode once. Even Michael J. Fox directed an episode. But again, you still had a lot of famous celebrities. There's too many of them to mention. I know Brad Pitt was in an episode once. That's how, early on that show was. But if you go on Wikipedia or Google or even IMDb Tales from the Crypt episode guide, you'll see a ton of actors that were on the TV show. Now, I mentioned a special feature earlier on in one of the seasons of Tales from the Crypt, the Crypt Jam music video. So back in 1992, I believe it was, the creators of Tales from the Crypt thought that it would be a good idea because R&B hip-hop music had made its explosion in the late 80s, early 90s, which, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge heavy metal fan, punk and indie rock as well. But I love me some old school hip-hop and R&B. I'm going to go for that from time to time. So they thought it would be a good idea to make a song and accompany it with a music video called The Crypt Jam, where the Crypt Keeper raps. Yeah, just imagine the Crypt Keeper looking at a girl's butt. Well, you get that in the music video. But all silliness and goofiness like that aside, the show was popular enough to garner a few spin-offs actually. In the mid to late 90s, it spawned 3 movies. The first being Tales from the Crypt Presents Demon Knight, starring Jada Pinkett Smith and Billy Zane, which underrated horror movie. Go check it out if you can. Then you had Tales from the Crypt Presents Bordello of Blood, which starred former SNL alum Dennis Miller and Corey Feldman, which was a vampire movie. And then in 2003, they put out a movie called Ritual, which wasn't supposed to be a Tales from the Crypt movie. They only attached it last minute because they didn't think the movie was going to do too well, so they figured, hey, let's just attach the Crypt Keeper in there. That's where you have Rastafarian Crypt Keeper. Apart from those movies, Tales from the Crypt did actually spawn a TV series in the early 90s, a kids show on Saturday mornings. This was enabling them to market this popular beast for children. And I can guarantee you that even though I didn't get into Tales from the Crypt till later on when I was a teenager, I did watch the Tales from the Crypt Keeper cartoon, and I loved every moment of it. Crypt Keeper was just as goofy and silly as in the live-action series, if you believe it or not, just that he was cartoon and he was green in this one. And the tales in the Tales from the Crypt Keeper episodes were actually a lot more supernatural and things like that, opposed to the TV show, which had a few episodes that were supernatural. It was mainly about murder and carnage. But the TV series delved more with the supernatural elements. It actually became so popular, and they were able to do so that they even got licensing and created merchandise for toys to sell to kids. Imagine having a toy of the Crypt Keeper on your shelf. Well, I would love to have one, that's for sure. Now, I have to say, I want to talk about some of the episodes. It would be a lot too difficult for me to narrow down my top 15, my top 10, or even my top 5 favorite episodes from Tales from the Crypt. My personal favorite episodes per season. So starting with season 1, there's And All Through the House, a story about an escaped maniac dressed as Santa Claus. Then there's Dig That Cat, He's Real Gone, starring Joe Pantoliano as a guy who gets 9 lives just like a cat. Going on to season 2, there's Cutting Cards, which stars Lance Henriksen, great episode. The Thing from the Grave, which stars Terry Hatcher. For Crying Out Loud, which was a fantastic episode. If you're a rock fan, go check that one out. Corman's Calamity, about a Tales from the Crypt artist working on a comic book. Really, really good episode. Mute Witness to Murder. That episode right there is probably one of my all-time favorites. It's got you in suspense the whole way through. Great episode. And finally for season 2, there's Television Terror. To get to season 3, another one of my all-time favorite episodes is Abracadaver. Stars Jeff Bridges' brother. Oh man, the storyline for this is, again, another one of those that you're just sitting there, edge of your seat the whole episode. The Reluctant Vampire, which stars Malcolm McDowell, and anything with him I'm going to check out. Easel Kill Ya, starring Tim Roth, an underrated British actor, great episode. Morning Mess, and Yellow, which is about the Second World War, has nothing to do with horror or anything like that. It's just about a soldier who's trying to prove that he wasn't a coward and he's put on trial. Great episode. Season 4, This'll Kill Ya, starring Dylan McDermott. What's Cookin', starring Christopher Reeves. That was a good one too. It's too bad that he passed too early. We have The New Arrival. This episode messes with your mind a little bit. Werewolf Concerto, about a group isolated in a hotel or a resort trying to find on a hunt for a werewolf. And then we have Curiosity Killed. For season 5, my favorite episodes from that are Death of Some Salesman, Tim Curry in a father, mother, and daughter role. Check it out if you can. House of Horror, which is basically your typical campy horror story. It's fucking awesome. Came the Dawn, which is a vampire story. And Halfway Horrible. In season 6, there's an episode called Only Skin Deep, which is about a man who meets a woman, looks like she's wearing a Slipknot mask. The whole episode long, he thinks she's wearing a mask. Oh, it's spine-tingling. Stared in Horror, about a convict who runs away from the law, meets a woman who's elderly, and meets her daughter. I can't say too much, but it's pretty good too. In the Groove, about a radio station DJ who wants to kill his sister. It's not the best episode, it's not even that great, but just call me a fan of Slash because he makes an appearance in it. That's why I like the episode. Then we have Surprise Party, another really good spooky episode. Comes the Dawn, which is another good one. You Murderer, which was directed by Robert Zemeckis and takes the likeness of Humphrey Bogart in his perspective. John Lithgow is in it too. Fantastic episode. And for the final season, where I went to the UK, it wasn't the greatest season ever, but it still had its moments, apart from Daniel Craig getting one of his first roles in there. So there's A Slight Case of Murder, which is about a horror writer in some sort of bizarre love triangle. It's basically your typical Agatha Christie type thing. It's really cool. There's Horror in the Night, which is about a hitman who escapes to a hotel. Spooky things start happening to him. Pretty good episode. Cold War, which stars Ewan McGregor as a ghoul. It's just funny, the episode. It's really good. Report from the Grave. Honestly, that one gave me a lot of chills. You just check it out. It's really good. Confession, about a cop interrogating a man who they believe did a murder, starring Eddie Izzard as the interrogee. And the ending is a twist that leaves you surprised. And, of course, the final episode of the series, The Third Pig, which is the only animated episode of Tales from the Crypt, which has voice actors from a lot of cartoons from the 80s. If you can even go on YouTube and check out The Third Pig from Tales from the Crypt, it's pretty good. There's no cursing whatsoever. Well, there's a little bit, but it's pretty fucking awesome. It's out of place, and it's great to check out. I think I covered everything with Tales from the Crypt. Like I said, I got this from a Santa Claus. At least I think he was Santa Claus. I have no fucking clue. I'm still a little confused and worried about what he meant by what he told me. But yeah, no, honestly, you can still get this now. It's still in print. It's a little bit of a hefty price. I know most stores sell it for close to $200 for the complete series. You can even probably find on Amazon the individual seasons. Sometimes they come packed as two for like $20 to $25. But if you're interested, it's a great value for everything you get. You get the complete series in a really cool looking box with the Crypt Keeper. And it's just completely worth it. That's pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you like Tales from the Crypt, if you're a fan of Tales from the Crypt. Again, as I mentioned earlier, my friend Phil from Phil's Creepy Vids, go check him out. Show him some support. Great guy. I'll be back again. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications. And as always, guys, it's cool. Someone's at the door. Hang on a second. Let me go check that out. I'll be right back. Hello?
Live come to collect. No, 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 no! Poor Boomer. I guess it was too much for his deep fright. But hacks off to him. He takes his best stab at achieving his screams. Quick Freddy vs. Jason and t-shirt haul? Alright, let's show my collection of that. What's going on, guys? Sorry about the lighting. It's a little bit later at night and I don't have the proper setup, but I just want to do a quick video for you guys. I want to showcase some of my Freddy vs. Jason collection, and also I want to show off some of my horror t-shirts. So let's get things started with my Freddy vs. Jason collection. So first things first, I've got the Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger Funko Pop. It's a really cool pop. I'm not going to unbox it because you guys have seen it recently unboxed. So that's really cool. Again, sorry for the lighting. And also we've got the Jason Voorhees pop. The first pop movie pop. So that's really cool. Okay, so the next couple of things, you probably saw these in my NECA Halloween haul. So next up is the Toonie Terrors. So we've got the Freddy Krueger Toonie Terror. It's a really cool figure. I know they're meant to be unboxed and displayed, but I'm not going to unbox them because I just like them like this. And then we've got the Jason Voorhees Toonie Terrors. As you guys know, I have a little bit of an addiction when it comes to figures. It's no surprise, it's no joke. But again, you've seen all this stuff. If you did see my NECA Halloween haul, you've seen this stuff before. But if you're new to my channel, that's why I'm doing a redux of this to show you guys. So first things first, these are all NECA figures, the next few ones. So we got Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, Freddy Krueger. It's an ultimate figure and really, really fucking cool figure at that. Go ahead and feast your eyes on Freddy, and he comes with the demon dogs. Fire for the back, and it's a really cool looking figure. It's not the best Nightmare movie, but, you know, it's a cool figure. And then we've got, from the final chapter of Friday the 13th, that's part 4, we've got the ultimate Jason Voorhees, which again is another beautiful figure. I'm still trying to get myself the part 6 Jason because that's the figure I actually really, really want. Then we go into video game territory because I'm a massive gamer. I love playing video games. And we got the Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger from the video game. And you can read that on the side. That actually says it in the video game. That's a really cool figure. Just hope that he doesn't haunt your dreams when you play video games. And the last NECA figure I have, this one was probably my favorite. And I think it's the coolest look at Jason. It's from the video game from Nintendo. You got the ultimate Friday the 13th Jason from the video game. And check this out. Really cool figure. There we go. That's really cool. When you put up the light, the noise comes on. And yeah, the classic words from the screen. So those are all the figures I have. I'm going to go into some miscellaneous stuff now. There's actually one little minifigure I forgot to show before. It's not really Freddy Krueger, but it kind of is inspired by him, so I figured I'd show you. I got the Scary Terry minifigure. So I kind of want to put a little magnet on the back of him so I can put him on the fridge. So we can have Scary Terry, you can run but you can't hide, bitch. Okay, so miscellaneous. I'm going to start off with this. I bought myself a couple of years back a hockey mask like this, and I made my very own Jason Voorhees mask. So it's not the greatest, but I did make one for a friend recently, and it came out really nice. But I keep this one just like hanging up on the shelf, on the door, because I'm a Jason fan. So yeah, got myself that. Friday the 13th, the video game for the Nintendo Switch. Actually, when I bought my Switch, this was one of the first games I bought because I was really happy with it. The game chip right there. Oh man, such a fun game. Oh, I would suggest not always choosing Jason Voorhees because it's not always the best to play with him. Sometimes the camp counselors are really good to use. If you can get Tommy Jarvis in the game, then that's really worth it.
It comes with a really cool poster. So, there we go. Really cool poster for Friday the 13th, the game. And the final thing that I have on my Freddy vs. Jason collection is the Blu-rays for Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. I'll show you really, really quickly. I mean, you guys are horror fans like I am, and you have this set, you know what it looks like, right? So, and there's and there's Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm sorry. My only beef with this is that I was mentioning this to Phil from over at Phil's Creepy Vids. My only thing that I don't like about this Nightmare on Elm Street set is that they're all Blu-rays except for the last disc is a DVD. Like I don't get that. You put your last disc special features with a couple of episodes from the show as a DVD. I really don't understand why they went that route, but all in all, I mean, these two box sets are worth having in the collection. So, last thing I want to take a look at today is some of my horror T-shirts. Yeah, you know, you guys see me a lot with my my Universal Monsters hoodie, which I actually custom made. But I want to go through some of my horror T-shirts because I've actually never showed off any of my horror T-shirts. So first things first, it's not really horror, but when it comes to genre, I consider his music shock horrifying. So I got myself an Alice Cooper T-shirt, which is really cool, based on the Welcome to My Nightmare tour from the 1970s. I'm a massive Alice Cooper fan. The next T-shirt, we got a couple of long sleeves. So, nice, really cool Friday the 13th. And on the arms are machetes. That's really cool. Here, I'm trying to get this out so you guys can see. There you go. And the next long sleeve T-shirt I have is Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. And this time on the arms, they're Freddy's claws with scratch marks, which is really, really fucking cool. Last couple T-shirts I have. This one I believe I got this one when the original movie came out. So we've got good old Pennywise with his balloons. You'll float too? Hi there, Georgie. You'll float too, Georgie? We all float down here. It just gives me the creeps even when I impersonate him. That's a really cool shirt. And then I got this really cool one too that I absolutely love. This is a Nightmare... Well, it's a Freddy vs. Jason type T-shirt. And it's a Freddy and Jason river rafting down Camp Crystal Lake, which I thought was pretty neat. It's like, I gotta put that in my collection. And then my final T-shirt for my horror, this one's the one I love the most. I'm a huge Universal Monsters fan. I wear this as much as I can. I clean it and I clean it and I clean it. So I got myself in a retro Wolfman T-shirt. That's really freaking cool. Like I said, I'm a huge Universal Monsters fan, as you can tell by my hoodie. So that's pretty much what I want to show off to you guys today. Sure is a hot day today. And I really wish that I could do an unboxing for you guys, because I'm doing so much of these summer fun videos, but I don't know, ever since I moved into this new place, I haven't had the chance to order some new stuff, so... Well, that's great. Why don't we go ahead and unbox these? Oh my goodness, it is super hot out here. Nice day. I just got a ring on my doorbell about an hour ago. I ordered some pops off of Amazon. As you can see right here. I don't know why they came in two separate packages, but I've ordered 3 pops off of Amazon. And I thought, what would be better to do than to unbox them with you guys here on camera. There's only 3 of them. It's not going to take too long. But I will tell you this right now. If you're not a fan of horror, then turn away now, because they're all horror pops. Although, you know, it's Funko, right? So they're kind of cute. So, with that being said, let's just cut straight into it, and we'll get right into looking at the pops. Boomer. Horror. Alright, so let's get into the first box here. Got Blanca with me. I know what all 3 pops are, but I just figured I'd open them with you guys. So let's go ahead and cut this first one open. Let's get this side. I don't know which is packaged which, to be quite honest with you. I know which ones I got, but I'm not certain which are packed into which box, as I mentioned. So let's get this open, and we'll get the first pop out. And right off the bat, I'm really disappointed. This box came damaged. Oh boy. Alright, I'll talk a little bit about... I'm really upset right now. I'll talk a little bit about the pop. So the first one I got is Teen Wolf. It was only about like $10. And when I saw this, I was really excited to get this, but really not happy about the box. What can I say? Never had any problems with Amazon in the past, but this is really not cool. Really not happy about that. I'll take him out though. We'll take a look at him though. Alright, so there you go, out of the packaging. Alright, so there's the Teen Wolf, from the original movie Teen Wolf. I mean, it's a good looking pop, don't get me wrong. There you go on the back. And it's basically the, because I don't know, well, head turns there. But it's, this is Michael J. Fox from Teen Wolf from the original 80s movie, not the TV show. But it's a good looking pop. I'm very happy to have him in my collection. Like I said, I'm just very unhappy with the box. Before I put him back in, like, even the plastic is kind of distorted. I'm not really... Alright, look at that. Look at this. I'm a collector. I keep them. I tend to keep them in box, and this is not not something that makes me very happy. Not good, Amazon. Not good. Hopefully, the next two will be okay. Here's the next box. Let's pop it open with Blanca once again. So, all right. First things first. Well, there seems to be bubble wrap in here, which I'm really happy about. First things... Well, I didn't think this was going to be there, but we got a hook. Vanessa ordered this for our ceiling. Just put that in the other box. Okay. Alright, let's dig in. Put the box to the side so I can just grab it out. First things first is bubble wrap. A lot of bubble wrap. Let's just throw these. Yeah. First pop. Okay, the box is in decent shape. So the first pop we have is Annabelle from Annabelle Comes Home. There we go. There we go. The box came in pretty decent shape. I'm happy about that. No damage to what I can see on the box. Yeah, let's go ahead and take her out because she's a pretty good looking pop actually. So we got Annabelle in the box. Oh wow, this is actually really nice. There she is sitting in her chair. As you guys can remember from the movie Annabelle Comes Home, where they have her propped up in the glass case. Yeah, I'm actually really liking this pop, guys. It's a very nice pop. I know my friend Charlene is going to be a little bit jealous about this one. But yeah, I'm really happy with this one. And again, the package, the content, the packaging came in pretty good shape. So there's Annabelle. One last time in the box is Annabelle. Again, a really very nice looking pop. Set her down next to the not so happy I am with the Teen Wolf pop. And then the final pop in here, this is a pop that I've been wanting for a very, very long time. It comes from the original line of horror pops. I've already got the Jason Voorhees pop, and I have the Freddy Krueger pop. I'm missing Leatherface. I'm missing Stripe, and Gizmo from Gremlins. But this one here, I've been searching for a very long time, and I'm very happy to finally have been able to grab this. So sorry, just need some water quickly. So the final pop, as I mentioned, was something I've been wanting for a very long time. And it's the, again, it's, okay, well it's a little bit on the top, but there's nothing major. We got the Michael Myers pop, which I've been wanting for a very long time from Halloween. There's just the top of the box that has a little bit of denting, but I mean that's fine, I guess. Not as bad as the Teen Wolf pop. So let's go ahead and pop them out of the box, and I'll show them off. And there's the Michael Myers pop. Like I said, been wanting this guy for a very long time. Super happy to have him in my collection. I don't think I will be ordering pops again from Amazon, to be quite honest with you. I wasn't too satisfied. But yeah, that's the Michael Myers pop, and I'm super excited to have this guy finally in my collection. There he is back in the box. I'll show you the back again. There we go. Let me know which one is your favorite out of all three. I obviously absolutely love Michael Myers, and I'm super impressed by the Annabelle pop. I'm not really happy about this. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below if you've ever ordered anything from Amazon. Whatever you did order, if it came in damaged like this, because, I mean, they should know that when people order and pay for something, they don't want their stuff to come in damaged, right? So, this is the first time that this happens to me from Amazon like this, so... But this is going to be the last time I order pops from Amazon because of what happened with this one and then the slight of the back here. But that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, sound off in the comment section below. Welcome to my nightmare. Today I'm going to take a look at a brand new set of DVDs I got. This is called the Horror Movie Classics Collector's Edition. This is a 5 DVD set. It's a pretty thick set as well, which is pretty cool. It's got some classic movies from the 20s, 50s, 60s. Some really good stuff on here. So we'll get into this and we'll take a look at what the contents are. All right, so before opening it up, I love the fact there's the Grim Reaper on the cover. You know, if you don't know what to go with, just put the Grim Reaper, why not? So once we open this up, as you can see, it's just DVD, not Blu-ray. Once we open it up, we have 5 discs, and here's each disc individually. It's kind of cool. It says Fright Fest on the disc, not Horror Classics. So Fright Fest, Nightmare in a Box. And it's pretty much all the discs. Trying to get to focus. I'm sorry about that. There we go. There. And there's the last disc. Basically, underneath the disc, if you want to see, it's just like that. It's just creepy black trees. Very fitting for Halloween with Cemetery. There, onto the first disc. This one here. Oh, there we go. Don't want to scratch them. And under there. All right, now let's get into seeing what movies are in this collection. As I mentioned, a lot of classic movies on here, 20s, 50s, 60s. I know they skipped 30s and 40s, whatever, but right off the bat, you see a nice photo here of Night of the Living Dead from George A. Romero and the original House on Haunted Hill. So on disc 1, we have Horror Hotel. On disc 2, we have the original classic House on Haunted Hill, starring Vincent Price. When we go to disc 2, we have another Vincent Price classic, The Last Man on Earth. Following that is Night of the Living Dead by George A. Romero. Great film. On to disc 3, we have Dementia 13, which was one of the first films directed by Francis Ford Coppola, who did The Godfather and Dracula. Then on disc 3 as well, we have Nightmare Castle. Oop, I was about to close it that time. On to disc 4, we have The Terror, which is Jack Nicholson, Boris Karloff film. Then we have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the classic 1920 silent film. And then finally on the last disc, we have the 1920 classic The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. And rounding it all off, Nosferatu. All in all, it's a pretty cool set. I got this off of Amazon for about $5. Completely worth it. They did throw in something bonus with the DVD, which is pretty cool. There's a bonus CD. Again, the Grim Reaper on the cover, and it looks like he's, I don't know, it looks like he's hitting from the bong. On the back, it just shows you the tunes that are on there, your typical Halloween noises. And this is what the CD looks like. There we go. So yeah, all in all, pretty worth it pack. I'm really looking forward to watching these films. And there's a description, some more photos on the back. And yeah, there's some bonus features. There you go. You can see the films again. And it's about 12 and a half hours long. Black and white and color. Really worth it. Let me know if you guys intend on watching some classic horror movies this year for Halloween. Happy Halloween. The Dracula pop from Universal Monsters. So let's get this guy out of the box and see what he looks like. Before I do that, let's take a look at the box. So this is, as I said, Universal Studios Monsters from the Pop Movies, number 799. A special edition Dracula, as you can see. This came to me from my friend Charlene. She gave it to me, got it from me for my birthday. There's the side, and there is the back of the box, shows you every other monster in the collection. I have already got Frankenstein, but I don't have the rest of that collection. That's the original collection. I would love to get that collection. But yeah, let's get this guy open and see what he is looking like on the inside of the box. I might have to get this from underneath, actually. All right, the top's open. Let's slide him out. Let's slide out the figure. The sound of plastic. There we go. All right, he's out of the box. Let's take a look at him. This is a good looking figure. Honestly, this is modeled after the Bela Lugosi Dracula from the Universal Monsters Dracula. Comes holding a candlestick, as you can see. Whoop, he just fell over. Really cool, the detail. He's got his classic suit on. I would have loved if they would have given him teeth, though. That would have been really neat. You look on the back, he's just his hair and his cloak. Nothing underneath there, just his shoes. But yeah, it's a really cool looking pop, and I'm really happy to have this one in my collection. And there he is back in the box one last time. That's the Dracula pop. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm going to take a look at the Invisible Monster pop from the Universal Monster line. So let's get into it. All right, so before we take him out of the package and take a look, this is what the box looks like for the pop of the Invisible Man. No, this is not from the 2020 movie. This is from the original movie from the 30s of the Invisible Man. Once again, this was given to me by my friend Charlene for my birthday, which was really appreciated and awesome. So there's the side of the Invisible Man's box. Here are the rest of the characters you can get in this line. Holy moly, they put a lot more on this one than on the back of the Dracula box. But as I mentioned, I already have Frankenstein, and I would love to get the rest of the characters in this line. And then the side is just a, window. But yeah, let's take him out of this box and see what good old Invisible Man looks like on the inside. I don't know why I always have such a hard time opening up the boxes to get them out, but let's put them on the side here and slide him out. There, he slid out. There's the Invisible Man, his little plastic shell, and let's get him out of there. Alright, so there's the Invisible Man, all of his glory, wearing his cloak, holding the vial of, not medicine, but potion, I guess you can call it. He's got the bandages on his head, he's got his glasses on, which they're really cool. They wrap around the glasses, look at that. This actually is a good looking pop. I like this one a lot. Like I said, it's based on the movie from the 30s. It's a fantastic looking pop. So happy to have this guy in my collection. And yeah, we'll put him back in the box and pretty much it. So there he is, the Invisible Man. Like I said, I've got the Frankenstein from this line. There's the Frankenstein in the line I have as well. It goes really well with the Invisible Man. But all in all, great pop. I got him, as I said. I got Frankenstein, as I just showed you, as well as with Dracula. Good looking set of pops. I'm really happy to have these monsters. Let me know if you guys have any of the Universal Pop monsters. Sometimes the best scares come from the classics. Today I'm taking a look at the Universal Classic Monsters Complete 30 Film Collection. It's geeking time. So this here is a set that has been around for quite some time now. I believe that this was released in... I'm trying to find the date. This was released in 2014. So this is a set that's 8 years old now. I got this interesting story about this. Now this is a DVD set. I really wanted the Blu-ray set. And usually what happens is every year my parents, they buy us, me and my siblings, Christmas presents. And Christmas 2020, they asked me what I wanted. So I said I wanted the Universal Monsters box set. I did tell them I wanted it on Blu-ray. But lo and behold, when I opened it on Christmas morning, it was DVD. My mom told me that she made a mistake. She didn't realize she just clicked on the first link she saw. Now, usually I am disappointed when I get a DVD. I'd rather have a Blu-ray set unless the DVD is a good set. I'm going to say this right now, though. I am super happy with having the DVD set. Vanessa made a good point. First of all, you got to watch it in the way that it was originally filmed, right? Blu-ray is going to make it look too crisp and clean. I kind of want to see it how it originally looked. The other thing, too, is that it's since this is the DVD set, this is the last present my mom ever got me for Christmas, so this is something I really cherish, and I don't need the Blu-ray set because I'm content with this. Now, story aside, as you can see, there are 7 different titles in here. Counting them out, you've got Dracula, you've got Frankenstein, Wolfman, The Mummy, Invisible Man, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Phantom of the Opera, and then a book that comes with it, which we'll take a look at afterwards. I already opened this up. Obviously, as I said, I got this Christmas 2020, so I did show it off on my channel when I came back in 2021 for a holiday haul. But what I did was I showed the box set. I didn't really show what the contents were. So that's what I'm doing today. So first things on the box, you have a nice picture of the Mummy, Drac, Wolfman, Invisible Man, Drac, Wolfman, the Mummy, Phantom, the Bride, Frankie himself, and the Gillman, aka Creature from the Black Lagoon. On the side is still the same photos. And then on the back, oh boy, this shows you everything that's in the set. So all 30 classic monster films. I am not going to spend the time to read that for you guys on camera, so I apologize for the glare. If you want to try and pause and read all that. And then I got a nice photo there, and it tells you all the movies here that are in the set, and then all the bonus features. Behind the scenes documentary, there's the 1931 Spanish version of Dracula. If I'm not mistaken, this here is basically just a re-release of the Legacy Collection DVDs that they put out originally, but put together in a big, nice box set. Well, I think we've looked enough at the box art itself. Let's get these films out and see what they look like on the inside. So the first one, let's put that over to the side. The first one is Dracula. Oh, what a good film. So there you go, Bela Lugosi on the front and cover as Dracula. Shows the films here in the collection. You have all the Dracula movies that Universal put out, including House of Dracula and Abbott and Costello. I think Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein is in this set a couple of times, so some nice shots. There is the read-up of the set. And there's your bonus features. This one comes included with the 1931 Spanish version of Dracula. There's a Universal horror documentary, The Road to Dracula, Lugosi, The Dark Prince, theatrical shows. Yeah, it's really cool. There's the side. And then when you open it up, comes with a insert here. And then there's a ad for the Hitchcock collection, which is actually kind of cool too. Then it shows you on the inside the movies. Come on, there we go. I'm trying to get into camera here, into frame. And there's the discs. So they're basically plain black discs with the writing. I know that the Blu-ray ones have the actual logos on them, but you know what? I kind of find that the black, just a plain black disc with the writing, make it look nicer, I find. There's the Universal Horror. There's a Spanish version of Dracula. I mean, there's the last disc. And there's the rest of the films on the other side. Next we have the Frankenstein collection. Boris Karloff as Frankenstein. I know Lon Chaney Jr. and Bela Lugosi also played Frankenstein, but we all know that Boris Karloff is the most memorable Frankenstein. I can't wait. Shudder. By the time this video is up, it's probably there now, but Shudder has a documentary at the moment of Boris Karloff, so I can't wait to check that out on Shudder. So there you go. Here's all the films in the Frankenstein collection. There's the read up on the back. There's The Bride. That's a fantastic film. I love in The Bride of Frankenstein where he has a cigar and wine with Dr. Pretorius. That's always going to be one of my favorite scenes. And there's more here on the back. There's, sorry guys, clear my throat. Bela Lugosi as Frankie with Lon Chaney Jr. Some more images, the bonus features on the back. There's a Boo short film. All that. There's a documentary about The Bride. And once again, the discs, well, same insert as the last one. And then we've got all the films in the collection on, well, some of the films on the first side. Then again, the same color, same style discs as Dracula. And then the rest of the films in the series. Ooh! I think after this one, there's 4 films left and there's still the book. So there's the Wolfman. There's the back of the Wolfman. Photos, bonus features. The same insert as the other ones. There's the films. Oops, spinning that like a DJ. Get this party started. There's Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein. There's Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein again. Werewolf of London. These two I'm looking forward to watching. I have yet to see. So that's going to be a cool watch. Oh, I had to take a little break and get something to drink because talking a lot with these videos makes me parched. So, okay, the next one we have is The Mummy. You guys see that properly? Yeah, you can probably see that properly. There you go. Just the camera a little bit. There we go. There's The Mummy once again with Boris Karloff, one of the greatest horror actors of all time. Yeah, I love Boris Karloff. Even, you know, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, the cartoon. That's Boris Karloff's voice, who does voice in The Grinch. All the films in the Mummy collection, and there's the read-up. There's some pictures of the Mummy. Now, Boris Karloff was not the only person to play the Mummy, but again, he is the most synonymous with the role. The bonus features right there. And there's more photos. This is nothing like that Brendan Fraser film, so that's a good thing. I don't know, I found that movie was just so campy. I don't know, like... like you said, you can't beat the classics. There's the insert again. The films. And there's the discs. All the discs look the same. They're all plain black with the writing. And like I said, I find that this looks nicer than the Blu-ray with the logos on them. And there's the rest of the films in the collection on the other side. We're making way, guys. I'm trying not to make this video too long, which it probably will be. There's The Invisible Man. Claude Rains. All 6 films from the collection. All the films in the collection. And the read-up. Sorry, I've got my lights going on in here. I apologize for the glare.
And then there's the bonus features. There's less bonus features for the Invisible Man collection, so once again, same insert as always. Films in the collection, the discs, and then the last films, the last few films in the collection. Why won't, there we go.
You're crazy to know who I am, aren't you? All right, I'll show you.
Sure why it gives me such trouble sometimes, but anyways. Alright, the next one is The Creature from the Black Lagoon. There's the 3 films in this collection. This one, however, when I received it, I was a little damaged. I think my parents got this off Amazon, so less special features as well. But again, there's all the films in the collection, and you can tell right here it's a little dinged up. And then there's the read-up of the set. Yeah, see, I'm sorry about that. Set, there's just the 3 films, and there's the disc right there. You see it just popped out by itself. I need to find another case to fix this so that this can stay securely, and I'm really sad about that. But like I said, not like I said, sometimes when you order from Amazon, you got to be careful because sometimes the DVDs, they don't always come in good condition, so you got to be careful when you order stuff off Amazon. Made that mistake. I've learned my mistakes. But at the end of the day, I mean, I like to collect DVDs, so I like the Blu-rays also. So if I can't find them anywhere, Amazon's the place to go. Phantom of the Opera. It's the only film in the set. I mean, the only Phantom of the Opera film in the collection. I mean, and again, well, there's the read-up of the Phantom of the Opera, some pictures, and there's the special features. Some more photos on the back. Yeah, I have not seen Phantom of the Opera yet, to be honest with you. I remember the original Phantom of the Opera with Lon Chaney. That shocking reveal when they reveal his face. That's one of the greatest moments in horror history, in my opinion at least. When they unmask him, the Phantom, Lon Chaney, and they reveal what his face looks like. Yeah. The inside is nothing special. It's the same thing. It's just a Phantom of the Opera disc with the same insert that we've been seeing with every single other film in the collection. Yeah, I also have on another set, I think I have Phantom of the Opera from, no, I don't. I'm thinking of something completely different actually. But I know my mom was a big fan of the musical Phantom of the Opera itself, so that's one of the reasons why I like Phantom of the Opera. Let's get this box up again, and let's take a look at the last thing in the set here. This is the Universal and Monster Legacy, the original House of Horror. This is a book that comes with this set. I think this book also comes with another Blu-ray set that has just 8 films from the Universal Monsters, but still, something really neat for Universal to package in there. The back has the old Universal logo from the era of the Universal Monsters. So we look on the inside, we got some pictures of the monsters. There's the table of contents of what you get inside this book. A Legacy of Horror. I'm not going to spend time reading this. I'll just flip through very quickly. Some really neat photos. There's Dracula. This is really cool. There's a section on Bela Lugosi, Frankenstein. That's really cool. Yeah, like I said, I love Boris Karloff, one of the greatest horror actors of all time. There's a section on James Whale. There's a section on Boris Karloff. Really neat book, like I said, guys. There's The Mummy. Jack Pierce. The Invisible Man. John P. Fulton. This is really... Oh, The Bride of Frankenstein. To this day, one of my favorite horror characters. Oh, there you go. And there's a section on Elsa Lanchester. I said this to Vanessa when we were watching. I mean, I find she was a very beautiful actress, her. And even, it's weird to say, even as the bride. Yeah, very beautiful. I understand why some people try to mimic the look of the Bride of Frankenstein because, yeah, there's the Wolfman. Fantastic film. Lon Chaney Jr. Mr. Larry Talbot himself. There's the Phantom of the Opera read-up. It keeps going, guys. It keeps going. We're almost at the end. There we go. Finally a section on Claude Rains, the Invisible Man. I believe he also played Larry Talbot's father in The Wolfman. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on that one, though. If I'm wrong, though, let me know. There's a Creature from the Black Lagoon. More Creature. And then, yeah, there you go. All the table of contents again. All in all, really, really great set. Let's put this back in. Let's try to get this back in here. Come on. You know you want to go back in there. There we go. I think I may have put them in the wrong way, but whatever. Alright, I'll just fix them afterwards. Great set. I looked now on Amazon. I think it goes for about $150, this set. If you're interested in picking it up, like I said, you can get it on Amazon. Yeah, it's about $150. I think the Blu-ray set is about $170 or $180. Guys, if you want this, if you want this set, you know, you can spend the money on it. It's worth it. They also have I think a couple of disc Blu-ray set that has 8 films on it, which is just basic core films, and that I think I saw for about $40 or $50, something like that. But yes, no, it's definitely worth it. These are in I think widescreen. No, sorry, it's not widescreen. It's in the original presentation. Blu-ray has the obviously high def transfer, but this is the standard 4:3, which I'm actually okay with that because, like I said, it just adds to the original and how spooky and how cool the original films are. I highly, highly recommend this. Definitely a set worth having in your collection if you are a big fan of the Universal Monsters. I mean, a lot of you who are fans probably have this set already, and if you do, then yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Nice costume. I'm so scared.
Universal Studios Monsters are on the loose. You can get one toy and glow-in-the-dark sticker inside every Kids Club meal at Burger King.
Wow, really nice costume.
Well, it's come to this. My love of horror has led me to some bootleg coloring books. Why don't we check this out? It's geeking time. Yes, in the intro, you heard that correctly. Evil Dead bootleg coloring book. This is not something that you see every single day. Found this on Amazon. I think I paid like, I don't know, $5 or something for it. I got this along with a Friday the 13th coloring book, which I'll be doing that at a later date. Probably saw that already in my bonus holiday haul video. But when I saw this, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, was I intrigued for, I guess is the word I should use. I enjoy The Evil Dead. It's probably amongst my favorite film series. Like, look, I got, you know, we got obviously the incredible first film, and so it's always a great film to watch. So Evil Dead is a series that I really enjoy, and when I saw this coloring book, like I said, I had to pick it up. You know, I had to pick it up. I don't know why I'm showing off the DVDs. I just figured I'd probably, there's a sexy Army of Darkness pop art, whereas I think this is just basically the Screwhead version. Anyways, that's not what I'm trying to get. I'm not trying to show you the DVDs. I'm just trying to show you that, you know, I'm a fan of this film series. So when I saw this coloring book, I don't know, I was like, yeah, I'll check this out. So it was about like $5. And oh, beware, some of the drawings in here look like, oh man, I can't really explain it, but I think what we're going to do with this is that I'm going to fix the camera again. I think that one by one, we're going to go through the pages My camera's moving all over the place. I don't know why. I'm going to go one by one, open the book, and go through the pages. And we'll just take a look at every single page in here. I got some crayons and some markers, but I don't think I'm going to be coloring in this just yet. Let me show you a comparison here, okay? This is your typical graphic novel for the Evil Dead. And typically that's the kind of artwork that you would see in a graphic novel. Now, the problem with this, see, like, you see that kind of artwork, right? The problem is that this is not the kind of artwork really you're going to get in this coloring book. So be fair warned that this is not really... Anyways, I think what I'm doing right now is I am procrastinating opening up this coloring book because I know how bad it looks like on the inside. Okay, enough dilly-dally. Let's get it open. I mean, oh goodness. All right, let's... So, on the first page, Evil Dead coloring book. I'm gonna try and fix the camera a bit. This book belongs to. Okay, that's fine. The photo of Ash there kind of looks like someone's drunk uncle. Usually that's my brother. My brother is that drunk uncle. If he's watching this video, he's going to hate me for saying that. Here's a color test page. All right. Okay, so they did get some panels from the comic books. My bad. I must have missed this page altogether. But I do like this last one here. That one's pretty neat. I wish I could have had a full page of that at least. But then you look at this one here. Ash looks like he has a mullet. I don't understand. The next page, it just looks to me like he, or whoever made the coloring book, he or she, just colored this, like drew this quickly because they needed something to go in the coloring book. Let's turn the page. And it looks almost like it's the video game too. I forget the name of the video game from Evil Dead, but anyways. Okay. There's the profile of Ash with some of the chainsaw.
Groovy.
Yeah. Okay. Again, this one too looks like it was drawn very quickly to throw into the coloring book. Like, it just looks like a scribbled mess, you know? I guess what it is you get what you pay for when it comes to these bootleg, not comic books, bootleg coloring books. Well, my. There's another one. Again, why does Ash look like he has a mullet? I do not understand that. There's a picture of... I'm assuming, it's the three females from the first movie. Ash's sister, Cheryl, Linda, and Shelley. I don't know why I drew a blank right there, but yeah. Guys are going to kick me in the balls for not remembering. Again, here's another scribbled looking thing. Yeah. Like I said, done quickly for this bootleg comic book. I keep saying comic book, I mean coloring book. Another one that looks like it was drawn specifically for the coloring book. Okay, so this one here, I did not realize, but this one here looks to be, if I can get the reference, there. Look. There we go, the light can go away. There we go, that's what that's supposed to be. Okay, at least that's a cool image that can be colored in. I wasn't expecting that, but that's cool. All right, put that back to the side. Then there's this amalgamation here of a demon with Ash. Is this from a comic book? Because I'm not certain. I have not really read too many Evil Dead comic books, so I could not tell you. After this page is another Ash with his chainsaw and his shotgun. Man, oh boy. Yeah, I knew that we were coming to this one. I'm sure that's supposed to be blood, but the way it's positioned, yeah, that does not look like blood. And I don't know why it's a female Ash. I'm just going to flip the page, right? There's another one of Ash. Again, looked like it was just drawn quickly for this. Oh, this is a comic book panel. So see, I didn't think there was any comic book panels in here. I thought a lot of them were just like drawn quickly, but all right, that's cool. Get it back into frame here. Hail to the King, baby. There's from Army of Darkness. That one's actually cool. I could see myself, probably shading it and adding more black to it and making it a cool looking color. Then we have this one too is to the side. Sorry, off camera I had to scratch my nose. There we go. Okay, at least if this one was drawn quickly for the coloring book, this one looks good actually. There's another sideways one. What the hell? Okay, sure. There's another one of Ash. Did I skip one? Oh, I skipped one. I'm sorry. That one's pretty cool. This one I like a lot. That one I'm definitely going to color in. Okay, back to it. There's the one of Ash. Kind of looks like Buzz Lightyear. Two chainsaw wield and beyond, I guess. Maybe he's a rejected space cadet that went back to Earth to fight off the Deadites. That's this version of Ash right here, Yeah, this one's definitely weird. This one I'm not too sure about why they chose that for the coloring book. There's another comic book panel. So see, I was misled. I thought that there was no comic book paneling in here. When I flipped through it, I just saw a lot of like random, like quick drawings for the coloring book. So that's why I didn't think this right here. I'm not certain what the hell this is. Just looks like a bunch of fried chicken with teeth. Is Ash supposed to be fighting off fried chicken? Oh my goodness. It's probably like some demons or something, but please tell me that I'm not crazy. Sorry, gotta get him hair in my face. Please tell me I'm not crazy. You guys can tell me down below what the hell this is supposed to be. Because when I opened the coloring book and I looked at this, I was like, what? It's like fried chicken, basically. Oh, maybe the people making the coloring book were hungry. That's why. That's looks like it could be a tattoo. Hail to the King, baby. I like that a lot. For a quick sketch, Oh boy, come on, Paige. Come on, there we go. Oh, there's the one we saw at the beginning with the drunk Uncle Ash. Yeah, best not dwell on this one. This is probably from a comic book. It's just that it looks like it's Ash as a drunk uncle. Like I said, my brother. Here's another one to the side. That's pretty decent too. Oh, look, it's the Necronomicon, Ex Mortis. Roughly translated, the Book of the Dead. Also looks like a moldy piece of cheese, of Swiss cheese with eyes and a mouth. Yeah, Okay. Hail to the King, baby. Another one, again, Ash looks like he's got a mullet. I don't know. I don't know. All right, at least they tried, Sure. I guess that's Cheryl when she's down in the cellar and she's trying to. It looks like they put two together. He drew this, or she drew this, and this is an image from a comic book or something. This one's not bad. This looks like it could be from Ash vs. Evil Dead, which is a phenomenal TV show. I say that because it looks like it's older Ash, like from the TV series. That's why. But yeah, it could be. I'm not certain. Here's a very, very highly cartooned out Ash. All right, sure. Getting down to the last few pages, another cartoony sketch of Ash with some... I don't know why I got this. To torture myself. That's why I got it. Yeah. Here's another one of Ash that looked like it was quickly drawn for the coloring book. Oh my goodness. And then that's the last one. That's the image that they chose for the last one. I kind of think that they should have chose something better for the last page. Maybe, I don't know. If you're going to do the last page, maybe do this as the last page, the Necronomicon, or maybe, I don't know, let's say, where is it? No, not that jizz covered girl. Yes, I said that. Or maybe this. That would have been cool for the final page. Or even this one. You know what? I would be okay with that one too as the last page. But they chose to put this as the last page. And then there's 2 blankety blank pages at the end. And it's manufactured by Amazon.ca. And that's the end of the coloring book.
Stephen King, author of Carrie, said, "Evil Dead is the most ferociously original horror film of the year. If you think he's kidding, see for yourself." Evil Dead. They got up on the wrong side of the grave. Evil Dead from New Line Cinema.
So this is by far... I just knocked that over by grabbing the coloring book. I'll put that back in place. This is by far, in no means, a horrible coloring book. I know I'm like laughing at this coloring book and I'm saying things about it, but it's not a bad coloring book at all. First of all, the cover is really cool. I like what they did here. And yeah, just letting you know that if you want to buy this coloring book, they're going to flip you off right away. So yeah, you get what you get when with this coloring book, you know. I paid, I think, maybe $5 for it. I don't know if it's gone down even more in price or if it's gone up in price. You know, Amazon always fluctuates with their pricing. If you guys are interested in this coloring book, it's cool. It's interesting. It's unique. But if you are interested in grabbing yourself this specific coloring book, I could put the link down in the description for where you can get a hold of this. I'm realizing now that the coloring book is glittery. I don't think that's going to show up well on the camera, but I got another bootleg coloring book from Amazon that I paid the same amount for. And it's this one here. This is going to be the next one I review for you guys, by the way. And this one here, I'll tell you right now, just by looking at the back, the images on the inside are a lot better than the Evil Dead one. But that being said, it is by far in no way a horrible coloring book. In my ventures journeying through Amazon, I've looked at a lot of coloring books from different things like Slipknot, Iron Maiden, various other horror properties, and I've seen a lot worse coloring books than this. So this may be a really bootleg, very bootleg, what were they thinking in terms of selections type coloring book, but I still do recommend it. As you saw, it's fun. It's a fun coloring book.
It's demonic.
You shall die!
Let's go. It's romantic.
What of all the sweet words that you spoke?
Well, that's just what we call pillow talk, baby. It's like nothing you've ever seen.
Give me some sugar, baby.
From Sam Raimi, director of Evil Dead and Darkman.
Get him!
Comes Army of Darkness.
Groovy.
Rated R.
I'm definitely going to do this coloring book, like I said, the Friday the 13th. That'll be the next bootleg one. And I also have a Godzilla one that I've shown off a couple times on the channel. There's never really showed that to you guys. That's a bootleg one, although that one there is a lot better in quality than the Friday the 13th and Evil Dead coloring books, because that one uses actual comic book imagery and stuff like that. So I'm rambling on. I now have got my markers and my crayons. I'm going to go color now. Probably not. I'm probably going to go watch some Shudder and watch some horror stuff. What am I doing with the Jason Voorhees mask in my backdrop? Well, that's because today I'm going to take a look at the Friday the 13th bootleg coloring book. Let's get into it. Okay, I've mentioned it multiple times on my channel that I'm a big fan of Friday the 13th film series. look, for example, I got more in the back, but look, for example, as you can tell, I like to collect the figures too. So I've shown, this is a guy that's been shown off multiple times on my channel. I just think this one's really nice. My favorite is the NES Jason Voorhees, but if I get that out on camera right now, he's going to go right in front of the light, and he's going to start playing a whole world of music, and it's going to be distracting for the whole entire video if I would have done that. Today, just like last time with the bootleg coloring book, I'm taking a look at this Friday the 13th bootleg coloring book. This is something that I got off of Amazon. I think it was about like, I don't know, maybe like $5 or something like that. So that's why I picked this thing up. Trying to fix my camera. There we go. Yeah. So it's about like $5 or something. And, well, suffice it to say, unlike the Evil Dead coloring book, this one's got some better pages in it. Just right off the bat, the cover itself is nice. I like this whole, what's going on right here. And then when we look at the back, even the pictures, the pictures are a lot nicer too. So the selections are better in this one, I find. But yeah, let's just go ahead and open it up. I think there's like maybe about 100 pages or so of coloring fun in here. So I didn't mention how much was in the Evil Dead coloring book, but I think that one had about like 70 pages. So that answers the question if you were wondering from last time. Okay, got my coloring crayons and my markers right here, but I'm not going to need those. And sorry, Jason's mask, I'm going to have to cover you because I got to open up the coloring book. So just like the last one, we open up with This Book Belongs To. Our book belongs to Boomer. That's who it belongs to. Fix the camera again. There we go. So that's a cool one right off the bat. We have a giant hulking Jason with a female Jason. Tasley? Is that what it says on her chainsaw? So she's made me a Leatherface and Jason amalgam. That's okay. This one's really awesome. Like, you guys are gonna see, this is a really bootleg coloring book, but the selections in this one are so cool. So this is a really awesome picture to have chosen. This one too is pretty cool. I like that a lot with the machete behind Jason. That's something that you can just color and just pin up. That would look nice as a tattoo even. Of course, we get the iconic mask. Oh, there's the mask. He's back, the man behind the mask. Great song by Alice Cooper. Oh, there's somebody that I wish that I could have gone and seen in concert. Oh man, I would love to go see Alice Cooper in concert. Cooper, Maiden, Iron Maiden, yeah. Got to see Kiss in concert, which I super loved that show. But Maiden, Iron Maiden, and Alice Cooper are concerts that elude me. Slipknot is another concert that eludes me. I think I almost had the chance to go once to a Slipknot concert, but I didn't get to. Oh, right, that's right. They were supposed to go on tour in 2020, and then, well, we all know what happened in 2020, so that's why I did not get to go see Slipknot. But yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. Here's a picture of Jason in the water, Camp Crystal Lake. He's hunting those, counselors that are having the sexy times inside the water. Never have sexy times in front of Jason. He's gonna get you down for that. Jason just does not like it when you make the sexy times. I guess maybe he's maybe abstinent. He's pledged himself to God. But yeah, sorry. Jason looking on in the woods. He's wondering to himself, "Oh, where art thou, pray? Oh, pray, where art thou? Will you come to me, or shall I just," like in the video game, the mechanics, he just is able to teleport himself for some reason. Hey, we got a unique looking cartoony Jason again. So that's probably from post Jason Lives. This one is seriously really cool. This one was probably sketched to put into the coloring book, but I really appreciate that. They did a really good job on this sketch. This is really cool. Another cartoon Jason. I've noticed that in these coloring books, they like to put cartoon versions. I guess it's easier for them because they want to sell, but next thing you're going to know it, Jason's going to be standing next to Mickey Mouse, and oh, yeah, that made me stop talking. What a selection there. Jason X. Not sure if that was the right selection. Is that Jason Goes to Hell, Jason? Oh man, this is just a sloppy put together photo. Probably the weakest one so far that we've had to look at in here. Or maybe it's this one. You know what? I'm not gonna discriminate. It's just he's got no weapons on him. It's just a standard photo of Jason, and there's the same thing right behind it. Zombie Jason. All right. Get the full-on rib cage there. What's next? Since when does Jason take off the mask and think to himself, oh Lord, help me as I go through this journey of hunting down camp counselors. Still, it's a nice photo, but I don't know why Jason is. I remember him taking off the mask in part 3, and then taking off the mask in Jason Takes Manhattan, but they don't show his face, so I don't know what that's supposed to be. Oh, they're supposed to be from part 2. That's cool. You know what? It's over the top cartoony, but it works. I like that a lot. It works. It works for the comic book. Okay, this might actually be a close second of the worst we've had to look at so far, because they could have done without putting these two faces in there. We didn't really need that in there. Did I skip a page? Yeah, I did. Okay, there's Jason again. Well, I'm going to skip that because, you know, YouTube. Okay, there's another one of Jason. That one's pretty cool. Camp counselors again. Well, there's just a... That one's neat. I could actually shade that in. That would be pretty cool to do. But that looks like a stencil, so... There's another classic Jason pose, but he looks like he's wearing running shoes. That's how Jason did it. That's how he got to the counselors so quickly. He laced up his Air Jordans and he dunked on them and said, "Yeah, we're gonna kill the camp counselors." That's exactly what I do with my Air Jordans. That would have been a great campaign. Jason Voorhees, just kill it. There's another Jason right there. I know, I make myself laugh sometimes with my jokes. They're not that funny, guys. Jason holding a teddy bear. Kind of reminds me of the photo of him holding that croc, but he's holding a teddy bear. Was that his lost teddy bear? Is that why he went on the killing spree? Because he lost his teddy bear? Oh, poor Jason losing his teddy bear. He found it at least. They're good friends again, so... A lot of photos of Jason holding the machete. I'll say that right now. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. There's a sad Jason. He's sad because he lost his teddy bear. That's where it came from. He lost his teddy bear. He got sad, and then he found it. You see, because you see the difference. He's got hair. He's got no hair here. So Jason lost his teddy bear here as a kid, then found it as an adult, and he thought to himself, I didn't have to kill all those camp counselors. My teddy bear was just misplaced. That's you know, that's how it goes sometimes. That's it. Wow, that's a really awesome looking photo. Oh man, I actually really want to color this one in. Okay, so after this is the last page. Let's see if they did the same thing as the Evil Dead coloring book and put in a really bad last page. Okay. It's not horrible. It's not the best image. I feel like they probably should have switched this one around with this one. That could have been your last page. But okay, it is what it is. Sure, and then, well, this one only has one blank page. And again, at the end, like it said on the last one, manufactured by Amazon.ca. And then we get to the end of the coloring book. Okay, well, if you guys want, I can put a link to the coloring book in the description box. That is, if you guys are interested in picking this up for yourself. I definitely actually suggest I'm going to call it comic book again. I highly suggest this coloring book. The coloring pages in this one are a lot better, a lot better selections than the Evil Dead coloring book. I'm still going to go ahead and color that Evil Dead coloring book once I get around to it. But this has a great selection of pages to color, and you guys just saw all that. Whether it's, you know, taken from a comic book page, or if it's taken, or if it's the person who drew it themselves, the pages in this coloring book are nice. So yes, I will link it down below if you guys want to grab a copy for yourselves.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Friday the 13th. You may only see it once, but that will be enough. Friday the 13th. Rated R.
It just occurred to me that I don't even know if Phil over at Phil's Creepy Vids knows about this coloring book, or if he has a Friday the 13th coloring book. I don't even know if he knows about the Evil Dead one. Phil, if you're watching the video, yeah, man. Now you know. I think Phil would like these coloring books. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyways, that's my time for today. It's expired. It's run out. Just like the camp counselors from Friday the 13th, I need to run away. Yeah, I'll be back again with some more videos. I'm enjoying posting these videos where you just see my hands and I show everything. It's very efficient to make these kind of videos, but I will be doing some more in front of the backdrop. I have not neglected the backdrop. It's just that unlike last year when there was stuff going on and I wasn't able to film in the backdrop, I've found some way of doing videos without having to do in the backdrop, because there's still work being done back there. I don't know, I feel like there's always work being done. Anyways, it's Halloween season. It's a time for mischief, mayhem, trick-or-treating, but more importantly, it's a time to be horrified. It's geeking time. Welcome back. I've got a very special unboxing for you guys today. Told you guys that I want to come back and do some content for the Halloween season, so that being said, I really got a really cool unboxing for you guys today. This is really funny that I'm doing it for you guys here at Halloween time, when I got this for Christmas 2021 from my wife. This here is Horrified, Stared in Horror. The stakes have been raised. This is a board game based off of, as you can see, the good old Universal Monsters. The classic monsters, at least. So, I don't know, I just want to pop that into frame because I love this series. I love this set. This is the last gift I actually ever got from my mom. So this set is a really good place in my heart. But I love the Universal Monsters. And it's been almost a year that I've had this game, so I figured it'd be quite the right time, Halloween season, to unbox the board game for you guys. Alright, so with that being said, I know I've said that more than once so far, but whatever. This is a game that's 1 to 5 players, ages 10 and up. I know what you're thinking to yourself. 1 to 5 players? How can you be one player playing this game? I have no idea. I've asked myself that question many a time. Like, you only require one person minimum for this game? That's cool, I guess. Anyways, the sides of the box look like this. You got the Wolfman on this side. You've got the Gillman there. You've got the bride right here. And you've got Frankenstein's monster right there. So just to give you a side note on the game, this hoodie that you guys see me often wearing in the video that has the Universal Monsters on it that says Monsters on the back, well, that artwork comes from this board game. I really love the painting of the box art in the front here. All right, let's go ahead and spin it around without, you know, ruining my backdrop here. I'll fix that. There we go. All right, so 1 to 5 players, ages 10 and up, and it only takes 60 minutes to play, so 1 hour gameplay seems pretty fast. A City Screams in Terror, a cooperative game against the world's most famous monsters. The village is under attack. Dracula, the Mummy, Frankenstein's monster, his bride, and more are on the rampage, and your team of heroes must defeat them. Each monster offers an entirely unique challenge, and players can adjust the difficulty by playing against a new group of adversaries every game. Overcome them all before the horror overwhelms you. Okay, so the contents include... I'm about to drop the game there. So the contents include 1 game board, 6 monster mats, 7 monster figures, which we'll take a look at in just a few minutes, 7 hero badges, 7 hero movers, 10 villager movers, 20 bases, 60 item tokens, 20 monster tokens, 1 terror marker, 1 frenzy marker, 30 monster cards, 20 perk cards, 5 reference cards, 1 item bag, 3 dice, and instructions. If you want to check out the gameplay, you can head over to www.ravensburger.com/horrifiedgame. This game was released in 2019. So yeah, and made by Ravensburger. So here you see on the back there, 7 monstrous miniatures. That's just an overview of what the game looks like. And we'll be opening this up in a few seconds. Before we do open it up, I just want to go ahead and make a comment. There was a game back in the 80s, I believe, called Monster Madness. Yes, just like the Cinemassacre series. I just say Cinemassacre, I meant Cinemassacre. Just like the Cinemassacre series called Monster Madness. I don't know if it's a similar premise to this. I know that you're just trying to get to the end and beat your opponent, but you use the monster. So I just want to drop that out of the way. All right, so it seems like I will need my knife because there are pieces of tape on the sides. It's not wrapped, but there's pieces of tape. So I've had this for a year now, non-opened. So I'm finally opening it. This is going to be a lot of fun. Got myself Blanca here. As my wife once said, you called it Blanca on your channel. I was like, no, I didn't. She's like, yeah, you said Blanca. And I was like, maybe you heard me say that, but I'm sure I didn't. Then I listened back to the footage, and lo and behold, Boomer the Nerd said Blanca. So, okay, my wife is definitely watching my videos and knows what I'm doing. All right, so we got the box open. We might need Blanca again later. There you go, Blanca. So let's put them to the side. Flip this around. It's a big old box, man, I can tell you that right now. Slide that open. Oh boy, it's giving me a little bit of difficulty. All right, there we go. The box is off. Wow, there's not much room there, so I'm just going to set it to the side over here. Right off the bat, you got some nice stuff here on this on the inside of the box, so you can guys go ahead and read that up. I am not going to go ahead reading that because I don't want to take too much time either. Actually quite love The Creature of the Black Lagoon. That's a great film. All right. Okay, so we feel... Wow, I got to move the camera up. We feel it would be a little unkind to present this game without just a word of friendly warning. You are about to unfold one of the strangest tales ever told. We think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such strain, now's your chance to, well, we warned you. I added that laugh because I couldn't help myself. I'm really sorry, guys. I had to do that. All right, so it seems like we're playing Jumanji here because, you know, player be warned, I guess. Okay, let me move the camera down. There we go. Okay, so let's get this. And just don't you know it, that is the board. So I'm going to move this a little bit off to the side. You probably won't see it for a little bit. So here is the board. Let's unfold it. I like the fact that they included that on the board, which is really neat. Oh boy, okay, so this is a big board. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all of this into camera, so I'm having problems with this thing, guys. I had to lay it flat down, and this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up my camera, and I'm just going to show you guys the mat here. So there's the game board. I hope no, it's not upside down. Perfect. Oh boy. Okay, so there's the game board. There's the rest of the board over there on the side. It's exactly what it looks like. It's a really neat looking board and a nice map of where you're supposed to be going in here. So wow, that's good looking. Okay, this is taking up way too much space, so let's just get on to the next thing. Okay, the next thing in this box is the instruction manual, which is always required. So learn how to play, and then if you want to watch the video again, you can go to the website, which I mentioned earlier. So it's just your overview again of what you have inside. I'll let you pause that and read that, but we're going to take a look at that stuff anyways. Okay, there's the monster setup, there's the player setup. So your objective. Horrified is a cooperative game which all the players win or lose together. The players win if they defeat all of the monsters that they are playing against. In order to defeat a monster, you must first complete a task. Each monster's task and subsequent defeat is unique. So, goes to put you, that shows you all the monsters in there. It shows you the difficulty level. And then shows you what to do on your turn. God, I'm trying not to go for a long review and boxing, but this is totally going to be a long review. Okay, so there's more of the, there's the hero phase. Tells you what to do with your items. So really in-depth book, which I really like. Monster phase. So you guys can just pause this and read if you want, because I'm actually going to read all this stuff by myself later. Hit by a monster. Monster example. We got the game end. Then we got the monsters. Some nice artwork of the Gilman and Dracula up there. And then we got just continuation with some more. Yeah, it's basically the artwork you actually saw on the side of the board when we opened it up, which is really cool. I actually love The Bride of Frankenstein. That's one of my favorite films. And there's more continuation. There's the appendix. Not the appendix inside your body, because that would be really weird. And there's the back of the book. So we went through the instructions together. All right, let's get this out of the way. What is going on next? I don't know why I said it like that. These look to be the tokens that they were talking about. Okay, let me actually pierce this open so that we can take a look. I'm not going to take everything out of the cardboard, but I just want to show you guys what the stuff looks like. There we go, got a little Stevie Nicks there. So like that, we can all see together just what exactly these tokens look like. Where did I make that preparation? Up here. Sometimes I make the preparation and I don't even know where I'm going. Okay, come on. There we go. That opened. Oh my goodness. Sometimes, I tell you guys, sometimes it's not the easiest thing to unbox things. There we go. There we go. Got the plastic off and we can go ahead and take a look at these tokens. You know what, that's a, you know, just look at that sign for a minute. That's a really cool sign. If this not a, like, if you don't want to ever play the game, you can literally frame that and put it on your wall. I mean, I don't know why you would do that, but yeah, it's actually really cool. Anyways, that being said, so it looks like they're the same front and back. So here's some of the tokens. Yeah, they're upside down and straight side up. So front, back, as they say in French, recto verso. That's what it looks like. Put that to the side as I bang my camera. Of course I do. This one here, there's more tokens in here, okay? Yeah, there's more tokens. It's pretty cool. Again, it's not the same on the back exactly, so that's kind of neat. There you go. Literally looking forward to playing this game a lot. I really am. I've been wanting to play this game since I first heard about it back in 2019, so I don't know what you guys are thinking to yourself. So it took you a year to unbox this? Yeah, it did. Because I was waiting for Halloween. Boomer the Nerd likes to plan things. Anyways, here are some character cards. To get that, I'm going to go over this quickly. The Inspector, the Mayor, the Archaeologist, the Explorer. Flip that upside down. We've got the Scientist and the Professor. I mean, am I playing Horrified or am I playing Clue? But I digress. And then the last piece that we have here contains the Courier. And we have I guess like the laboratory, the precinct, the museum. And then we got the I think these are the villagers. Yeah, these are the villager characters. So that's really neat. I'm gonna show that close up a little more. This is what the villagers look like up close. And in the back, yeah, it's just pretty much the same thing on the back. That's pretty cool. Those are the character and token boards. All right. I feel I see a velvety thing. This is actually very, very smooth and velvety. This is the bag. Oh man, we read at the beginning what this is for, and I completely forget now what you could put in here, but it's just a velvet bag. Just a velvet bag. So I'm gonna keep diving into here. There's a lot of stuff in here, guys. There really is a lot of stuff. Okay, I see this right here. I'm gonna do my best to read this for you guys in the French language, because this says, warning, plastic bags can be dangerous. To avoid dangerous suffocation, keep this bag away from babies and children. That's common sense, but I think it's just so funny though. Attention, les sacs de plastique peuvent être dangereux. Pour éviter les dangers de suffocation, ne laissez pas ce sac à la portée des bébés ni des enfants. Honestly, I think it's great that they put that on there because, you know, you don't want to get this stuff in your children. But I just love to read stuff in French sometimes because it's just, to me, speaking French, it's not my best language, but I always sound really funny when I read French. So that's why I wanted that for you guys. All right, but goofing off aside, let's get this thing open up. Oh boy, okay, that just snaps right open. What do we have here? Oh, these are monster cards, I believe. The first one is Dracula. Let's put the choking hazard bag on the side there. We got Dracula. It says everything about Dracula on here. If you read on the back, there's his monster setup. Oh no, sorry, that's the setup for the monsters. So I'm assuming, oh yeah, they're all like that on the back. So I'll let you see that this one, and they're all the same. The next one is The Mummy, not the film with Brendan Fraser, but the original Mummy with Boris Karloff. Then we got Frankenstein's monster and the bride, who, you know, actually is not even married to the monster. She saw him when she came to life and she was scared. So technically just the bride in name. I don't know why I'm dropping that knowledge on you guys, but whatever. Then we've got the Gill Man, or if you're a Munsters fan, Uncle Gilbert. Great movie. I watched it recently. I loved it. Then we have the Wolfman. Lon Chaney Jr. He was awesome as the Wolfman, I gotta say that. And we have the Invisible Man. At the time of this recording, I have not yet watched the movie. But by the time this video is up, I probably have already watched it. And then we go back to the beginning. So those are the monster cards. Let's get into the next stuff.
Ghostbusters! We're here! So are we. The Frankenstein and Dracula monsters! Get 'em, boys! Ghosts! Funny guy, watch him scream!
The real Ghostbusters, each sold separately.
I think I want to keep the monster pieces for last, so we're going to go with these in here, which actually I'm not even going to take them out. These are just character stands for like the villagers. Come on. This camera has a hard time sometimes focusing. There we go. It's just the tokens to stand the characters on, so I'm not going to take those out of the bag. I'm just going to leave those in there. Same thing for this right here. These are the die. This is the dice. Sorry. So I don't really need to take them that I show you. So that's basically what they look like. So yeah. If you know how if you know how the die works, then you know exactly what these do then. Okay. But now I'm gonna need, as my wife said that I said that one time, Blanca again. Gonna make a little tiny preparation, or oh, perfect. They're oh, great. Great, these are just peeled over. I love it when that happens. You guys are not going to see Blanca for the rest of the video, so say goodbye to Blanca. Don't worry, he'll make appearances in future videos. Don't worry about that. Okay, so where did I put my, there we go. Like I said before, sometimes I don't know where I put my preparation. I actually really don't remember now. Oh, man, I just brought Blanca out for nothing. And in doing so, there we go. There we go. I was about to say that you guys are going to see Blanca again, but no, that's not the case. We don't need Blanca again. We got... I feel like I'm doing it now, without even noticing, calling him Blanca. Stuff is like laying around my backdrop. Now I gotta... Recycling! I have a lot of stuff for recycling after, but that's going to be so much fun. Alright, so here are the cards. I think we should probably split these up. Yeah, these need to be split up. So, we got footprint cards. I'm showing this properly. There we go. Got some footprint cards here. We can go through these quickly. On the move. Boy, oh boy, there we go. On the move. The hunt is on. Ooh, look at that pentagram on the hand. Scary. There's the lovely bride and groom. The original Lily Munster and Herman Munster, you know. Insane Survivor looks just like Renfield. I'll tell you that right now. The hypnotic gaze, you know, what Dracula likes to do. Egyptian expert. Oh, the I cannot pronounce this properly. Ichthyola. You know what? Just read it. There you go. I'm not going to spell. I'm not going to. Thief. Reincarnated soul. Okay, the innocent. I'm going through these quickly now. The retreat. Sunrise. That's something Dracula doesn't want. Reincarnated soul. Also sunrise. The vampire in retreat, you know. Reincarnated soul. That was a reference to an obscure horror movie. Another thief card. The delivery. Another retreat. Fortune teller. Oops, dropping cards. The hunt is on. On the move. The meeting again. Hurried assistant. The meeting again. There's a lot of duplicates in these. The enthralled. That's Lucy, I believe, from Dracula. Retreat again. Reincarnated soul. Former employer. Thief again. Form of the bat. The hunt is on. It is like worried. Okay, worried fiance. And we go back to the beginning. There we go. So those are those neat little cards. And to put those to the side, we move on to these ones. These are the monster phase cards, if I'm not mistaken. Or what are these cards? Yeah, the monster phase or whatever they are. I don't know. Nope, there's... no, we got to split these into all as well. So I'm not going to... Oh boy. Okay, let's split these up and then we'll come back to these. You guys are seeing this properly, right? I hope. Okay, good. I say okay, good, and no one's there to reassure me. All right, so we got... What are these cards? These are hand cards. Okay. Hunter becomes prey. Rush. Overstock. Place a hero in any non-water space. I feel like I'm not showing these properly on camera. I really hope that I am. Move my hands. There we go. Hurry. Brandish crucifix. Repel. Conduct an investigation. Taxi ride. Power of the Ancients. Break of Dawn. Late into the Night. Special Delivery. Is that Abbott and Costello? No, I'm just kidding. Overstock and Mob Justice. Oops. We saw that one already. Mob Justice. Break of Dawn. Visit from the Detective. And we are back to... No, we're not back to the beginning. My bad. Rush again. Sorry. Show of Force. Late into the Night. Hunter becomes prey. And now we're back to the beginning. So we can go take a look at the last few cards now. All right. Put that to the side. And here's all the hero phase and monster phase cards. So not really much to it. Just that... This is what they look like on each side, basically. That's what the hero and monster phase cards look like. So there's not really... Come on, camera. You got to help me out here. There we go. It's not really much to it. That's exactly what they look like. You can pause and just read up everything on the card. So that's pretty much what that is. We're going to put these down with the other cards. Maybe we should put the cards back, actually. Banging my knees and everything as I'm doing this for you guys. It's okay. You guys like seeing this stuff. And the last thing we're going to focus, wow. Can't speak properly either, apparently. the last thing we're going to focus on are the monsters.
New LEGO Monster Fighters. The evil Lord Vampire has awakened his army of monsters. But now you can join the Monster Fighters, build their awesome attack vehicles, and take on the horde of monsters. Fight your way into Lord Vampire's castle. Defeat the vicious villain and save the world from monsters. New LEGO Monster Fighters, each set sold separately. Ow!
Okay. Get this open. You would think that after unboxing a few things I would be used to this kind of stuff. Yay, it's Christmas! It's not Christmas, it's Halloween. It's Knowing Monsters. I don't know. Alright, let's check out these characters individually. Gonna place them up like little army men. Do you remember playing with army men back in the day? Those were fun. At least my friends thought they were fun. I was never really in to the army men thing. I was really more into Transformers and Power Rangers and things like that. Good Nature. Not the army men. I don't know why I'm rambling on about army men. Maybe it's because the little characters, the way that they're standing on their base, remind me of the little green army men.
It's the battle of the mini-monsters. Introducing Frankenstein, Phantom of the Opera, Dracula, and Creature from the Black Lagoon.
The monsters with glow-in-the-dark features.
Frankenstein is in a foul temper. Dracula flies in, fangs bared. Creature surfaces, dripping with rage. Phantom shows his fiendish face. I can't look. Is he ugly? The monster battle rages on. It's a howl.
The monsters with glow-in-the-dark features, each sold separately from Remco.
Alright, I need some extra bright light for this because these are small characters, so I put in some extra light. Okay, first thing we have, the first character. Really want this to show up. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Maybe it's the bright, there we go. We got the Invisible Man. So that's what he looks like. I mean, there's not really much you can see about him. Very small piece, and yeah, that's what he looks like. We've got Dracula. That's what he looks like. On the back. And I forgot to mention that you can actually paint these characters. If you remember the Power Rangers Battle for the Grid board game unboxing I did, these are characters like those where you can just paint them if you really want to. We've got the Mummy. Come on, there we go. All bandaged up with somewhere to go, I guess. That's what the Mummy looks like. Really? I mean, to be honest with you, they're pretty detailed for little tiny figures. They really are really detailed, like, especially with the wraps, the bandages coming off his arms like that. That's really, really, really well done. All right, we've got the bride, who's not focusing too well on my camera. There we go. She's screaming like what you see her do when she comes back to life for the first time. But again, very nice looking little mini piece. The hair and everything. So yeah, that one's really cool. And then we've got Herman Munster. No, that's not right. I mean Frankenstein's monster. Not Herman Munster. Come on. Got his hands out like, whoa, 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 let me inspect you. I'm just kidding. Wow. Or more. No, you know what? He's a traffic inspector. Stop. You're not. I don't want you to get hit by a car. So stop. I'm Frankenstein's monster, the traffic director. It looks like on the back. Put him right down. And finally, we have the Gill Man. Don't know why he's in purple. But, yeah, this is him. He's very well detailed as well, especially with on the back there, the spines. He's got this, like, pose and this look on his face. It was like, whoa, guys, whoa, 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 whoa. We can all get along here. Come on now. We're all friends. Whoa, guys. Stop. Stop fighting. We got this. All right. Oh, no. I forgot one. As I was taking a look at them all, I forgot the Wolfman. Poor Wolfie. The camera doesn't want focus. There we go. Poor Wolfman. I forgot about the Wolfman. So there's what he looks like, the little furry fuzzball himself. The back of the Wolfman. There. I didn't make this joke yet in the video. I'm going to do it now. Wolfman butt. Wolfman butt. So there is Wolfie. My camera will adjust. And there we go. So now I can say, all right, there we go. These are all the characters in the game. So just go ahead and take this away for the remainder of the video. And instead, plug that into place right there. Okay. So that is Horrified. The board game. Took me almost a year to unbox this and finally got around to doing it. Really happy I did so. Let me know down below what you guys thought of this. Let me know down below if you've played this game before. If you are interested in playing this game, you can go check out the website. It's Ravensburger website. I believe it's, again, www.ravensburger.com to go check out this. And I think they have another one as well called another Horrified game, but which has American cryptids or cryptids in general, something like that. So, yeah. Go ahead and check that out and let me know what you guys think down below.
What's wrong with Dracula? He's losing his monster power. So is Frankenstein. Quick, into the Monsterizer.
You can activate the Monsterizer, batteries not included, and imagine you're restoring monster power to Frankenstein. Figures sold separately. You crank him into the chamber. It closes automatically.
Activate the Monsterizer. I feel like a new monster.
The Monsterizer comes complete as shown. Frankenstein and Dracula figures are sold separately. New from Remco.
Well, that's it for me today. I know you guys didn't see it, but off camera, before putting the last bit together, I cleaned up everything. I put it all back in the box. It's all nice and beautiful, ready to play. So, what are you guys doing for Halloween? You guys have any plans? Are you guys fans of the Universal Monsters films? Have you guys seen The Munsters? Mentioned that a few times. I actually quite enjoyed that film. You can check out my review of the movie. That's already up on my channel. That being said, you guys, like I said, are you guys going to check out any of the classic monster movies? At the time of this filming, there is one movie I have yet to watch. At the time of this recording, mind you. That's The Invisible Man. But like I said, once this review is up, I will have watched the movie. So after this video is filmed, I'm probably going to have a movie night with my wife, and we're probably going to watch The Invisible Man. But then again, we might even watch an Abbott and Costello meet one of the Monsters movies. I have no idea at this point. All right, well, I'm going to get this out of the way so we can do this outro properly.
I bid you welcome.
MCA Universal Home Video announces the Universal Studios Monsters Classic Collection. These are the titles monster fans have been waiting to sink their teeth into. Now, at the spectacular price of $14.98 each, suggested retail. Visit your local video retailer and ask for the Universal Studios Monsters Classic Collection. Classic monster titles with a haunting new look at a price to die for.
A big thank you to my wife who got me this board game for Christmas last year. Like I said multiple times, I'm only getting around to it now. Whatever. Comment down below, like I said, please, comment down below if you want to, as I mentioned earlier, if you'd like to tell me what you guys thought of this board game, if you guys are interested in this game. Once again, it's ravensburger.com to go verify the game. And I believe I got this on Amazon, but you can find it like pretty much on any kind of board game sites if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. I received something killer in the mail. Oh, that was a bad pun. I received a horror movie on Blu-ray, and I figured I'd unpackage it for you guys. I ordered some stuff from Amazon, mainly some game controllers. My wife ordered some Christmas presents, early Christmas presents, but like whatever. And I found something that I've been searching for a while now. I rewatched this movie recently after getting a button from Spirit Halloween, so it kind of gives it away if you've already watched my Spirit Halloween haul video. But yeah, I'd been looking for this film, and so I ordered off of Amazon, and it was really not expensive. I think it was like $10. So at that price, I was like, I cannot, say no to that. You can't go wrong with that price. I ordered it on beginning of this month, beginning of November. It shipped out on November 3rd, and I just got it, what day are we today, the 15th? I got it yesterday, the 14th, so it didn't take very long, about maybe a week and a half to get here. Not so bad. I don't know why, because all the other stuff that we ordered from Amazon came fast. So I'm telling you guys a story. I don't know why I'm doing that. You're not here to listen to me tell stories. You're here to see me unpackage this if you are watching the video. So basically it's a, standard yellow mailer envelope. And it came to us from, it's sent to me from Ontario. So, which I'm a little confused. I ordered it from Amazon, but it came in a Canada Post mailer envelope, which is, I guess some stuff gets sent out in from Amazon, some stuff gets sent out in the Canada Post mailer envelope, so why not? But yeah, just one little thing I got today here, and I guess I'll get my friend here, Blanca, to open this up. Got this open. I don't want to cut the case because, like I said, I already determined to you guys it's a Blu-ray, so cut that open. I'm going to put Blanca to the side because I'm going to need him afterwards, because I'll basically be showing you guys the Blu-ray itself and opening that as well. I'm just going to move my camera down. Okay, so let's get it out. And I'll just put this to the side. There's nothing else in there. That's all it was, just one movie. So put that to the side. We don't need that anymore. Okay, and here is the movie. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, if you haven't cued in from what I was talking about. I'm trying to angle my camera, there we go. So Killer Clowns from Outer Space on Blu-ray. This is such a bonkers movie. But yeah, I'll go over everything in it. So guys, I'm not a fan of clowns. I don't like clowns, but for some reason this movie, I find it's just so ridiculous that I can actually watch this one. So yeah. There's the spine, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, with the MGM logo, and there's the back of the case. So let's go with the read up. I know that my can't speak properly. I know that Review Spot likes to read the back of the Blu-ray, so you know what? Let's do it. A sinister 3-ring circus of sneaky gore, says LA Weekly. So let's go ahead and check out this read up. And I'm so sorry about the brightness, but try my best. There we go. Finally, the truth about clowns is out. Oh boy. Beneath their smirky, sinister grins and wildly patterned clothes, are clever killers from out of this world. The juxtaposition of their toy store arsenal and malevolent intent proves to be a tasty combination, says Los Angeles Times. In this killer entertainment that will leave you fearing these big top creatures for good, a spaceship looking like a circus tent lands in a field near a small town, signaling the attack of deviant red-nosed balloon-twisting psychos from another world who plan to annihilate mankind by turning people into cotton candy. Bet you'll never want to eat cotton candy again after you hear that. Where were we? Luckily, the town's teen citizenry decides to fight back and teach the cosmic bozos a lesson. Bozos, wow, okay. But these clowns, with a K, are no klutzes with a K, turning popcorn, peanuts, and caramel corn into playful but deadly weapons of madcap destruction and mayhem. Special features. It looks like it's coming loaded with a bunch of special features. Audio commentary with the Kyoto brothers, who directed the film. 5 featurettes, The Making of Killer Clowns, Composing Clowns, Visual Effects with Gene Warren Jr., Creating Clowns, Kyoto Brothers' earliest films, that's pretty cool. 2 deleted scenes with director's commentary, bloopers, original theatrical trailer, and more. This movie, when was this Blu-ray released? I don't think it says anywhere. The movie itself was released in 1989. It's 86 minutes. Oh, there we go. This Blu-ray was released in 2012, so it's a little dated at this point, but I think this is probably the only copy at the moment of the film on Blu-ray. But with all the read-up out of the way, let's go ahead and cut it open. Like, I'll get my friend Blanca back in here so that we can unbox. We can open up the film. There you go. That's all we're going to need Blanca for. Thank you so much for your patronage, Blanca. I'll see you next time. And let's get this plastic wrap off the Blu-ray. I was actually really excited to finally have found this film. I thought that there was a steelbook version. I think there is, but I was not able to find that. If ever I can find the steelbook case, that would be pretty cool. So there's the plastic off of it, and that's plainly what it looks like on the inside. There's nothing to it. The disc right there. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, MGM. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I think, again, on the inside, it says right down there again that it was released in 2012. So all in all, there is Killer Clowns from Outer Space on Blu-ray. Well, gotta give it to MGM. It's not exactly the logo that we all know. I would have loved to have that logo on there. That's, I think, why I wanted the steelbook case, but gotta give it to them for putting out a pretty decently packaged Blu-ray for a little known, dumb, so bad, it's a good film. I don't really consider this to be a horror movie that much. I consider it to be like a dark comedy, if you want to say. And also, kudos on the people for the company for sending it to me in this cool little, in the mailer, and nothing was damaged. So really cool about that. Let me know down below what you thought. Let me know down below if you've seen this movie. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys.
Where do they come from? Why are they here? Why clowns? You'll laugh your head off. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's crazy. Rated PG-13.
Starts Friday, May 20th at a theater near you.
So before I get out of here, I just want to show you guys that it's, when I read up the book, when I did the read up before of the film, it said that they had a gun that turned people into cotton candy. Well, if you've never seen it before, I mean, this is just a picture on a button, but that's basically the cotton candy gun that they use in this film. And they literally turn a lot of people into cotton candy, which is weird. They also use it to, I don't know, they also shoot popcorn. Anyways, you really got to watch this movie to believe it. It's over the top. It's ridiculous. It's one of those so bad that it's good, cheesy movies. I love those films. I mean, mainly one of my favorite movies ever made is The Room. So, you know, I also love the Samurai Cop films. So there you go. America's most brutal and bizarre crimes are captured in this film. The 40th anniversary collector's edition of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Blu-ray. It's geeking time.
The film which you are about to see is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths, in particular Sally Hardesty and her invalid brother Franklin. It is all the more tragic in that they were young, but had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. For them, an idyllic summer afternoon drive became a nightmare. The events of that day were to lead to the discovery of one of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of American history. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, I gotta say, this is something really fun that I'm going to take a look at today. This movie that we are looking at right here, this is, I would say, my favorite, absolute favorite horror movie, and if not horror movie, one of my all-time favorite movies in general ever made. Today, I have something very special. This is the 40th anniversary collector's edition of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Blu-ray. I received this from Amazon. Came in one of these little nice, I like these nice little mailer bags. It came in this kind of bag. An interesting thing to note about this was that this was sent to me by mistake. So I'm okay with it. I'm happy. It was sent to me by mistake, but I'm very happy with what I received. I know Amazon makes a lot of mistakes nowadays, but hey, this is a mistake that I was happy with. Even my wife was like, you know what? Whatever. This is one of the movies that you love, so it's a win-win on your end. The thing is, however, when it comes to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a long time ago, back in 2006, they released an Ultimate Edition on DVD, 2 discs, by I think it was Dark Sky Films who released the special edition. I used to own that. And so a couple of years back, I went and picked up this release of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It says an all-new 4K digital restoration. It's got a cool cover. And there's like barely any special features, just feature commentary. But I did like with the fact was that, you know, the disc inside of this was nice. And even the shot on the inside of this box set is cool too. It's a synonymous shot of the film. And so when I picked this up, I think I only paid maybe like $5 or $6 for this at Best Buy when it was around Halloween. So I'd already had this DVD. So receiving this, which I believe is the same exact thing, because if you take a look, that says 40th anniversary, and this too says 40th anniversary. I was like, you know what? Why not? There's a lot of people out there who like to have multiple versions of movies, and you know what? I guess that's one of these movies I'm going to have a couple of versions of now. So, we're going to go ahead and take a look at what is inside of this film. First of all, there's the casing itself right off the bat. You got Leatherface right there in front of all the skulls. There's the logo of the movie. And there on the back, you know what? I'm not going to read this because it's going to take way too long. So if you want, you can go ahead and read it up. Now, this is, like I said, is the 40th anniversary edition. As of next year, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is turning 50. So I don't know if they're going to put out another special edition. But this is already a big old bulky special edition. So there's all the special features in here. And man, besides the 4 feature commentaries that I had already on the DVD, this comes with a chuck-a-buck full of special features, which looks to be super cool. Like there's a documentary, and at the bottom there's outtakes from the documentary. So that's kind of cool. All right, so that being said, let's put that down. Let's grab Blanca, who's been with me on this journey of unboxings and stuff since I probably started this channel. Let's take a look and see what the Blu-ray looks like. There we go. All right, I don't want to cut this or damage it because this is a really nice looking set. So I'll just do a little incision like that. It would have been so much fun well, fun. It would have been a lot funnier if I had a chainsaw knife to do this unboxing and review. That would have been really cool. So let's get the plastic off of the casing. There we go. There we go. Let's put that down to the side so I can get the plastic off here. All right, let's take a look. So this just slides out, which is really neat. And again, when you take it out, you got the background wall with all the animal skulls. So there you go. That's really cool. On the inside. Oh, I forgot to show you. That's what it looks like on the top. And then the bottom is just blank. So let's just lean that over there. There we go. We don't need that for the moment. All right, and let's take a look and see what this looks like. So from the front, we got Leatherface again, like that shot that we saw before. On the side is the same thing. It says the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then on the back is the door from when he comes out from. And then when we open this up, oh, look at those shots. Okay, we got Sally right there. And then we got, if I'm not mistaken, we've got the other, yeah. I'm mumbling, guys. I am so sorry. And then we have the other character there. Oh, look at that's 4 discs. I didn't even realize. Oh, I see. 2 of them are DVD. 2 of them are Blu-ray. So that's really neat. Let's put that down to the side. So the discs are basically the same thing as on the cover. It's your same photo as Leatherface. So there's nothing much to it. However, I'm willing to bet that if I take these out, since we had time to digest the discs, the back image is probably going to be the same thing as what I had on the DVD. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Of course, it's going to give me a hard time to pop out the discs. There we go. Let me see here. The discs are out. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's exactly what I figured. Come on. There we go. Yeah, same exact shot as what I had on the DVD. Except for this time around, it's the 4 discs covering it. Wow, really nice looking casing and nice looking presentation for this set. I think this is a really groovy looking set. That's what Bruce Campbell will say to you. And that's a different horror franchise, so I don't know why I'm bringing that into the fold right now. So let's put the discs back in where they belong. Then we'll get, this back into the casing. So there we go. But yeah, all in all, the set looks really nice. It's a really beautiful presentation. And there's one last cool thing that I can show you guys. I realized that with the slit, with the case to go back in, you can either put this back in like this and have Leatherface looking menacing, or you can turn this around and it could look just like that. That's really neat. So yeah, just like you want to do the sliding door, that's really neat. I think for now I'm going to keep it on the Leatherface end of things. And I know that this set right here, if I take a look at this right here, this set right here had this big old box set, and I didn't think that was the same thing. Honestly, this is, I mean, look, this is a big old set that's probably worth a lot of money. Comes with the big, basically it comes in a big black, what is it called? The Black Maria truck. Comes with a print, a bonus Blu-ray disc, and it comes with a Leatherface's apron. But apart from that, it's all the same discs as in the 40th anniversary. So that's the other edition that was out there for the 40th anniversary. But hey, I think this is pretty cool. Like I said, I got this by mistake, and I'm just gonna tell you something really quickly. I didn't have to pay anything for it. So that's also really cool. We love getting free stuff. Why not? And of course, I can't finish off this review with showing that we've seen this guy before, but this film here is what this figure is based off of. So this Leatherface comes from this Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I do love this franchise. My favorite horror franchises, however, like I said last time in my spooky haul, are the Evil Dead and Halloween. Those are my absolute 2 favorite horror franchises. Yes, of course, Halloween has some duds in there, like Halloween Ends. Oh my gosh. Halloween Resurrection with Busta Rhymes, although Busta Rhymes was probably the only good thing about that movie. However, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, my qualm with Texas Chainsaw Massacre is that the first movie, this one here, is a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece in filmmaking in general. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is so super bonkers and goofy and over the top. It's still a fantastic movie, especially for the character Chop Top. when you get to Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, it's just, I don't know. I think that was where they were going more of the less horror, more of a little slasher action movie route. And you had Viggo Mortensen in there. However, Ken Foree was probably the best thing about that film. And we cannot forget the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, the last film in the original series, which had Renee Zellweger and Matthew McConaughey. But when they did the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 2003, I think that movie, after, like, I think it's Texas Chainsaw 2, and then the remake, though, the remake is one of the best remakes I've ever seen in my life. There's a lot of remakes out there that you can look at and go, oh, that's good, that's bad, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre stands up as a phenomenal remake. After the Texas Chainsaw remake, you had Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, which was also very awful. That was not necessary. Then you get the Texas Chainsaw 3D, which was, again, really bad. I didn't see Leatherface, which was supposed to be a direct sequel to this again, or a direct sequel to Texas Chainsaw 3D. I don't know. That one, I didn't watch it. I have no interest in that. And I watched the Netflix one that came out, was it last year in 2022? And that was just a piece of garbage. So we need to get Texas Chainsaw Massacre back on the right track. And if they're going to make movies again someday, the studio of Texas Chainsaw, they need to take the time to go back and take a look at what made the original film so special. I think the 2003 remake knew what made that original movie so special, and that's why they captured that film so perfectly. But there you have it. That is my look today at the 40th anniversary collector's edition of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on, I just thought it was 2-disc Blu-ray, but apparently it's 2 discs Blu-ray and 2 discs DVD. So it brings us a total to 4 discs in total, which is really awesome. So this is definitely a movie that I will definitely be watching for spooky season. I love to watch this movie and the remake when I can during the Halloween season. I didn't watch it last year because instead I watched that stupid remake, which was god-awful. However, what are your choices of films to watch during the Halloween season? I have a lot of them that I like to watch, and I have a lot of them in my collection. Speaking of, I'm planning on doing a video showcasing all of my horror movies on DVD, Blu-ray, and I think 1 or 2 on VHS. So if you're interested in seeing that, let me know down below. Yes, obviously I took a look at this today, but this will probably make an appearance in that pile. All right, but that's the end of our journey today. Please and thank you. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Click that bell to be notified whenever I got some brand new content out. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking around, for watching the video, watching all my videos, and supporting my channel. I appreciate all of you guys, and I could not be here without any of you guys continuing to click on the video and watch it. I'll be back again with some more content, especially for spooky season. We're just getting started with spooky season, guys. I cannot wait to show you guys some more content for this month. Stay cool, stay nerdy, stay spooky. And as always, it's cool if it's nerd cool. Happy spooky season.